Seems like a good plan to me. Yeah. Oh, no music here, baby.
Sounds like me talking to my dinner. I'm going to rub you, then I'm going to taste you.
Yes. Let me tell you something. Little chicken piccata couldn't have never been more turned on, Terry.
I would be concerned if I was your wife and I saw you talking to your food like that.
Well, he's mastered at doing it without moving his lips, Terry. So, yeah, it's all good in his home. I heard what you just said a minute ago before we just turned on the microphones here. Well, what's your problem? You're a little concerned?
Well, I go out to get, my
Well,
news.
let me tell people what your exact words were. I just want to know what your thoughts were behind it. I don't need to hear the story. I heard it, Terry.
No, I know.
You asked who the strange Harley chick is outside walking around the building.
Yeah, I wondered if she was maybe a new engineer because she kind
That's a safe bet, Terry.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. And because we don't usually have random people just walking around.
No, it's pretty tight security.
Yeah.
And you saw some woman out there with what, tattoos?
Well,
you saw a woman
she was
with
kind of
She gave one of those husky hellos or something?
Yeah, I go, hi, and she was like, hey. I was like, whoa.
And then Terry said, I can outdo that. What are you doing?
What are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was just kind of wondering.
So you never saw her before?
Never.
I don't know who you're talking about.
No,
she looked like she belonged, though.
Well,
she could be breaking into the prize closet as we speak right now, Terry.
She could.
Taking all your kids' Christmas presents.
Yeah, no, damn it. Sorry, guys. Write to Santa some other time.
Wow. well.
Fresh out this year.
Yeah.
Hey, Pasty, apparently Terry spotted some Harley-looking chick, as she describes her, with a deep little voice there, walking around the floor here. You want to look into this or what?
I can take a look, definitely.
Yes.
Stephen might want to take a look.
in the building, too?
Yeah, in the building.
Oh, wow.
I think she may have gone up to your floor.
Stephen, if she was walking around 4th Avenue, it wouldn't be a big story, would it? She's walking around the floor here.
I mean, there's not very many people this early in this office.
Did she have a tool belt on, Terry? Is that why
she was carrying, the only reason I'm thinking engineer is because she was carrying, engineer-type stuff, like the screwdrivers and the wires and whatever.
Oh, they don't hotshot us a screwdriver.
Well, I know, but...
She was carrying wires?
Oh, you mean tool? I see.
Tools
to fix stuff, yeah.
To fix stuff, so... But she's just like kind of random, and I've never seen her before. But she's kind of a Harley-looking chick.
Well,
what does Harley-looking chick mean?
Well, she had a ripped-off T-shirt, so she had like a.
Terry's saying a dyke.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Saying, yeah.
But
anyhow, that makes.
I lock my door?
Well, just pretty much. Steven's afraid of dykes. Pretty much a slam dunk.
Oh well.
That she's. Well, I'm sure some new engineers needed to be hired around here.
Yeah.
Maybe she can get something done.
Maybe she can.
We only have 2 engineers right now that I know of that can get something done, Terry.
Right.
You need a fleet.
Yes.
You need at least, 84.
Wow, that would be a fleet.
And we have 2.
Yeah.
So this Harley-looking chick, as you describe her, Terry, this so-called dyke, as you've labeled her, Terry,
well,
if she can work the magic with the screwdriver, she's going to be a welcome addition to this here station.
Yes.
But she could just be some straggler stealing stuff from the prize closet and stealing your kids' Christmas gifts. Pasty.
But it's just odd.
Why don't you get your little trusty cell phone?
Oh, yeah,
we'll be there at any moment where there's a cause for any need for us to come out there and save you if some woman carrying DVDs out starts pummeling you. And you can tell us what the deal is, all right?
You can do that.
Go on a hunt for a Harley-looking chick.
Harley-looking chick.
Yeah, with a deep voice.
Yeah.
Almost as deep as Terry's.
With a screwdriver.
With a screwdriver
and wires.
And wires.
Wires.
Well...
What, she building a new studio and wires.
Gotta always have wires on you if you're an engineer. Never know when you're gonna need a wire.
We'll put a wire right here. Oh, it works fine.
And Stephen, you occasionally peek out your window because if she's on the 3rd floor here, she may also be on the 4th floor because there are other radio stations up there.
I see a shadow out there.
Stephen's not allowed to be on the floor with our radio station.
Right.
Well, he's been delegated to the low-rating sports radio station, Terry, that no one wants to associate with.
Right. Yes. Stepchild.
Low ratings, 4th floor.
Revenue generating 3rd floor.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Lights never go on. They can't afford it. 4th floor.
Well, my candle's doing well this morning.
Your candle's doing well? Okay. That's good. So you just be on the lookout as well, is what I'm saying.
Right. No, I am.
All right. Because there is straggler or a co-worker of ours.
Well, how did they get in? I mean, they must
that's why it was so weird, and that's why the only thing I can associate it with is that she's a new engineer.
Okay. You're probably right, Terry. But we're going to get to the bottom of this, damn it.
All
We have
right.
to do this all the way to 10 o'clock.
Well, they didn't introduce the new hire to T-Man, so
I didn't get an email saying there's a new engineer.
Neither did I.
you think they would.
Or else, all of a sudden, before you know, we're on a hunt for a straggler. Pasty,
Yes, sir.
what are you seeing out there on the abandoned floors of Cube 93?
Well, I can tell you that our current floor that we are on is clear. I've done a complete sweep of the floor.
Right.
They couldn't hide anywhere on that
There is
floor.
no way you did a complete sweep of the floor already.
I see him sitting in the hallway right now.
Smoking a cigarette. Oops.
Oh, all good, dude.
Supposed to be outside.
You did a complete sweep of the floor is what you're saying.
I did.
Right. I believe you.
Why aren't you out of breath then?
I did a quick trip around. Wait, here's somebody here. Hold on.
Oh, see.
Is it the one?
No. I know him. I know who he is. He does stuff around here.
But you thought it might be a Harley-looking woman.
I thought it might be, but it doesn't look like there's anybody else on this floor. I might have to go up.
Well, ask the person that you know if he's seen a Harley-looking woman walking around. Cut-off shirt,
Yeah,
tattoos, deep voice, motorcycle revving.
Hey, David. Have you seen any motorcycle-looking kind of hippie chicks, kind of a tough-looking dark
Hippie chicks.
voice
Well,
girl?
Walking the hallway?
Yeah, you seen anybody like that?
No, I haven't.
Terry saw somebody out of the ordinary on our floor here. We're wondering who it is.
Oh, really? I didn't.
She had a bow and arrow, too, tell him.
What about a bow and arrow? She might have a bow and arrow on her.
Start rumors, get people scared. Yeah. Who is that dude, Pasty?
Doesn't seem to have any luck here, but I'm going to keep looking around.
Was that anyone we know?
That was David.
David? Oh, okay. Maybe David Naum?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here early all the time,
Yeah,
too, Terry.
yeah.
I don't know what the hell he does.
He's usually asleep until 9:30, though. That's-
Here in the building?
yeah.
Yeah, why does he get here before anyone? What does he do?
Not sure, really.
Ask David what he kind of does around
What
here.
exactly do
What
you
exactly
know?
is it that he does around here? Not that we know what anyone does around here, but him in
guys.
particular, he seems to get here at like 3 in the morning.
Flies under the radar, steals paychecks.
We were curious, David, what exactly does you do around here? Do you do?
Do I do?
Yes, we see you here early every morning. We want to know what exactly.
He's like, it's too early for tough questions. Leave me alone.
Tell her I'm always looking for houses for Terry to look.
No.
Looking for houses for Terry?
No.
We got little side deals working with him,
Oh,
too?
my God. He's
Find me an employee. Find me an employee who doesn't have a little connection going with Terry Underground that is just not on the level.
What do you mean not on the level? He's a real estate agent, too.
Mm-hmm. So that's what he's doing here early? He's finding
No, I don't know
he's
what
finding
he
you
does here.
yet a new mansion?
No.
Okay.
Another one?
You got to tell your people, Terry, that are working side deals with you to shut their mouths. I learned that in week 1.
Did you?
All right. Well, Pasty, keep on the lookout.
You got it.
Keep on the lookout.
Not a problem.
And don't take this casually. This could be something you want to be on guard. And tell David Naum to put his hard hat on, too.
Yeah.
But, and you guys are close. You guys will come rescue me if I run into any trouble with her?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You're right there.
You can count on it.
Okay.
All right?
Good stuff.
Okay, you get tackled by a Harley woman, and I'll be right there to bail you out.
All right.
Hey, since I'm so close to the door, can I just get a quick cigarette in?
Oh, just come on. You don't think he has 8 in his mouth right now?
The T-Man. A long time ago, there was a house in Seattle. Terrible things happened inside. No one has been allowed back until now. The Cube 93 Haunted House.
The screams start tonight.
At Westfield South Center.
Presented by Azteca and sponsored by AshtrayMount.com.
Cube 93.
It is. We got Polish Marie on the line today, ready to tell us all about her hot date last night.
Oh, that's right.
Did she, in fact, get the Polish sausage?
Yeah.
She is waiting in the wings. Of course, there's still that mystery that you have brought to our attention this morning. Terry Free going to get her morning strong cup of coffee. But what do you make in the morning there, Terry? What do you make? Do you make hot chocolate? What do you make? You make
Gets it from Starbucks.
Well, yeah.
The only person that wakes
Sometimes.
up
No,
early enough
not-
to stop.
Then what are you
Not
doing over there by
always.
the kitchen that you saw? I imagine it was by the kitchen you saw this supposed woman, right? It could have been an illusion of your mind, by the way. But go ahead.
It could have been.
Right.
Actually, I think I was coming back from the little cubicle that Stephen and I share because I was getting, I don't know what.
Yeah, they don't even have an office. They share a cubicle. That's
right.
how important.
Yeah.
Well, for someone who spends 30 seconds after every show here, it's amazing you even share a cubicle chair. But go ahead, yes.
So as I was walking back to the cubicle, I saw her, and that's where we exchanged hellos.
Maybe this is just your. You've always denied a hint of lesbianism, Terry. I've always said you've suppressed it. Maybe this is just your way of allowing it to explode into your conscious mind. You're starting to see illusions of what you describe as a Harley-looking chick walking around the floor.
Nah.
Well, Paisley's on the case. If there's a Harley-looking chick walking around, Terry, with a cut-off shirt and tattoos and a deep voice,
right,
as you describe, obviously just your type, he'll find her.
I hope so.
And let's find out if he has found her. Maybe he's with her right now. Oh, this is Polish Marie. Pasty.
Yes.
Yeah, Marie's on there going, yes, find her, find her. Pasty.
Yes, sir.
Terry, as you know, now going back almost a half hour, has described a Harley-looking chick walking around the floor, and I felt it was important to see if this woman exists, if she is, as Terry estimates, a new engineer around here. Maybe she'd be welcomed in the grandest of open-arm ways, Terry?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. As every hardcore little engineer should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until a week later when we get him fired. And, yeah, right. Pasty, have you made any headway in finding this supposed woman?
I have been unable to locate the mysterious
Unbelievable.
woman.
Wow.
And you've looked all through the break.
I have done hunting all through the break.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing I found that was about the closest is I stumbled across a couple cupcakes in the kitchen there that looked like they were left over from a party yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
That I'm kind of curious if I should kind of munch on because they've been sitting there for a little while. There's a bite in one of them.
Don't want to go to waste.
Yeah,
no.
Pasty, obviously you're really fine-tuning yourself on this this mission we're sending you on here.
Well, it's early and I'm kind of hungry.
Sitting in the kitchen, debating over cupcakes. Should I eat it? They old, they're kind of still a little bit moist.
Right.
And how is finding cupcakes close to finding her?
Well, I heard the last place she was seen was the kitchen. So
Right. I don't know who you heard that from. Terry never said that.
I thought I heard that Terry had seen her.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, over by the kitchen.
Did you ever say you seen her in
I
the
didn't
kitchen?
say by the kitchen. I said by my cubicle.
In the refrigerator, I thought you said?
Yeah. Idiots, gay women just like to munch on anything.
Yeah, look for her in the refrigerator. There you are, behind the baking soda. So it doesn't take much of a celebration for people to bring in baked goods around here.
No.
It's all the time in the kitchen.
I know.
We have so many bakers in this in this station.
Office?
Yeah, in this office.
Yep, that's true.
What's that all about?
I don't know.
I thought it was like a fad, a trend for going years back. But it's been consistent every year you work here, every month, every week. There's someone bringing in something.
Yep.
Someone brought in food from their wedding that happened over the weekend, like leftover food.
I remember that.
All the
And
time.
thank you for doing that, Scott.
People are just bringing in stuff. And you wonder why Kilbreth has a thyroid condition.
Man. Well, he's the first one over there, yeah.
I'm sure.
And by the way, let me make it very clear amongst you mostly ladies that bring in food on a regular basis, very few of you can cook.
There's one that's really good.
Two.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, one. I know which one you're taking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know which one you got.
Look at my little Dell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, my
baby.
gosh.
moving
Hey,
in.
Do you know she gets up early in the morning to do that?
To bake for the station. It's very kind of her. And Pasty's left with a major dilemma right
I
now.
know whether or not to eat that cupcake
Yes,
leftover.
send them out on an important situation. This is an important situation.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what's going on.
Well, I know
And
that's
Pasty's
why.
sitting there delibering over 2 cupcakes.
Just eat them, damn it.
Yeah,
Walk
there's-
around,
Some
would you?
tells me there aren't 2 left, and Steven's all excited that there are 2. By the way, Pasty. You know, Steven, you could be pulling your end here because the reality is, if she is a new engineer here in the station, the engineering office is on his floor, right?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
the non-revenue generating floor, right?
Right.
You could walk right over to the engineering area and see if there's some woman with a cut-off shirt and tattoos and a deep voice sitting in there, scratching her balls.
Well, I mean, if you think it's safe, I'll do it.
If you think it's
Well, if she's an engineer, it'd be safe, wouldn't it?
All right, well, I'll go
Okay.
check.
You're okay with Pasty walking around, sounds like.
I have
If
no
she's-
problem with that.
If she's truly a new employee, I would think you're as safe as kittens, right?
All right, I'll go check.
All is on his mind now is the cupcake splitting and Pasty. He's sending Pasty a text page right now.
Save me one.
All right, so Steven, you're going to head out now?
He already has.
I see.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
I'm curious if she's trying one of the cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Make me feel a little safer.
Pasty, you're overly consumed with the cupcakes. All right? Yesterday's
It looks
cupcakes
good.
that were left out. They were left out?
Well, yeah, I mean, they've been sitting out the whole time.
Right.
Well, they're protected by frosting, I'm sure. Right?
Oh, yes.
You know, so the moisture
Right.
doesn't get
Tupperware
up.
frosting, what's the difference?
Right.
Locks in the freshness. That frosting, what a great invention.
Just take it off. And
And Pasty, don't let us stop you. If you're on some kind of sugar binge this morning and this could help you, then by all means, go for it.
I just don't know.
All right.
He's killing it.
It's the hard decisions of our day.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
They look good.
Okay.
It's very dark and
Frosting looks
engineering.
good.
They think the same
Sprinkles look
about
good.
they think the same about you, Pasty. If they could talk, and they may be amongst themselves, those two cupcakes are just saying nothing but complimentary words about you. Stephen, are you back?
I am, yes.
Oh.
So nothing, huh?
Well, it's very dark and engineering. They have the lights off, and I don't know where they are, but nobody was in
But
there.
the door's
that I could
open?
find. Yes.
Well, they're playing spin the bottle. Turn on the light.
Well, I don't know where it is.
You don't know where the light is? The light is usually the first thing on the wall to the left of the door.
I come in the back end. Where the back, I use
you
the
know,
back
David,
door
we had
because
heard
that's
that
right by my
about you.
studio.
The rumors were flying for years, and there's your confirmation. That's a soundbite you're going to hear over and over again for many years, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure we get that.
Do you want me to save it? Do it cleaner for you?
What's that now?
No, I don't know where it is.
Oh, you're afraid that somebody might have talked over you while you said that, and we may not be a clean soundbite?
That's right.
Well, we'll wait and see, and if we need you to do it again, it wouldn't have the same effect, Terry.
No.
We wouldn't be able to say he said it live.
Right.
I can see you go, I came in through the back door.
Oh, jeez. So there is
I've
no
never
woman
seen it in
sitting
Vertical.
there in engineering right now, Stephen. That's what you're saying.
I am saying that, yes.
So this woman/illusion
gosh.
that Terry saw this morning has no confirmation of any. No one can do anything to verify that this woman exists.
Unless she's smoking out front. Would like to go check that next, but I don't see her.
If you need me to.
Or back.
Yeah, she may be at your apartment, too, right?
Unless she's at my apartment smoking a doobie.
I'll make sure and check for you.
Yes.
Terry's
Basically, you're doing fine work and you're taking this very seriously, and I appreciate that.
Well, floor 3 is clear. I can tell you that.
Floor 3 is clear.
Yeah,
She's just following Pasty now.
Right.
It's Halloween,
She's
man.
ready to ambush him.
I'm telling you.
All right. Now
Terry's
you're
living in the TV show Lost, I think.
Maybe so. I know she exists, but I don't know what she does or.
Terry.
Yes.
You do have an appointment for 3 o'clock today with your psychologist?
How'd you know?
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, if you don't,
Get one?
it may be time. Terry, if this woman doesn't exist, don't you think maybe you should hash some things out with someone of the medical field?
Oh, no, because I know she does.
Okay.
I'm not crazy.
Well,
I mean,
there's been no confirmation, no sightings other than yours.
all right.
Everyone else who walks around, you walk around the floor for 2 seconds and you see this supposed Harley chick. Well, how did you describe this?
Harley-looking
woman. Mm-hmm. And you got Pasty been walking around for about 20 minutes now.
Right.
You got that David Knob guy, and Lord knows what he does here every day, walking around, hasn't seen her.
Well, the
Stephen
only-
went into engineering, hasn't seen her. And nobody's seen this person, Terry. Are you seeing the person right now, Terry?
No.
Okay.
God.
She's in the studio.
She's right behind you, T-Man! She's got a chainsaw! Okay. All right, Terry. I just want you to be aware that there's been no other sightings of this supposed woman.
All right.
All right?
Got it.
What was she doing to you, by the way, when she was saying good morning?
We were just walking by one another.
Hmm.
That's it.
Did you get that subtle wink, Terry?
Oh, jeez.
Okay, well, these are things you can go over with your psychologist.
Okay.
Marie?
Yes,
How are you?
I am fabulous.
Oh. Terry, she's perfabulous.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to ask what happened last night.
fabulous. Oh, I'll tell you that much. You
Okay,
can
wait.
just
Marie, hang on the line.
compare last
Marie.
night to fireworks on New Year's Eve in Europe.
Fireworks of New Year's Eve in Europe. That's how she describes the evening. That's how Terry describes her pass by with a Harley-looking woman, by the way, too. Marie, hang on the line. We're going to get every detail, of course, of blue-haired sex
Wow.
between a 60-year-old with fine breasts and her tall, dark stranger
Yeah.
that comes into port, takes care of her needs, and then sets a sail. Same fantasy Terry has for this Harley-looking woman. Well, how do you explain, Terry, that this woman can't be found?
I don't know. That's why it was so odd. That's why I was like, did anybody see this woman? And that's why I thought she may be engineer, because who's here this early? I know the
High-tech security around here. You can't get in the building, Terry.
I understand that. That's why I was thinking engineer. She's new.
Was she holding a cupcake by any chance?
No.
Old cupcakes are fine, by the way.
He's eating them.
It's good to know, Pasty. It's good to know. Stay on the lookout, all right?
You got it.
All right.
The T-Man.
Terry Dime, top of the line. Cute face, little waist, big behind.
Oh, yeah.
Look no further than the great Polish Marie. You get a good last night, Polish Marie?
Listen, but I am already at work. I can't.
You got laid last night, the first time in months, and before that time, it was the first time in 33 years, and all you can think about is work?
Well, I
want details. Work will wait. Work will wait. You promised us details yesterday on the show. You said this Jacksonville dude is going to come into my world, rock it for all night long after he throws a little Italian food down my throat, and you promised us every detail you could offer. Now, I want him, damn it.
Oh, but listen, if I get fired, are you offering me a job?
If you get fired, you'll be here as our new engineer. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you don't want me as an engineer.
We'll give you a wrench and a screwdriver and just do as you please. You'll be no different than anyone else around here. Right. All right? Now, I want details. Did you get sexed up last night? Did he pull your big blue hair wig or what?
Stop doing that blue hair wig.
Oh, jeez. What happened? Well, it has to match the rest of your hair in your head, so yeah. What happened?
Well, I can't.
You can whisper it. It's okay. I hear you when you whisper. It actually sounds a little bit more of a sexual turned on.
I'm losing the signal here. I'm in the...
What does she do, Terry? What does she do in Jacksonville? It's so important.
No one's ever gone, hey, somebody get Marie, quick, we're in trouble here.
Right. Hurry. We need Marie to bail us out.
Right.
Marie, what are you going to make today? How much money are you prepared to earn today? What?
I don't know. They don't pay much.
They don't pay much. All right,
there you go.
I'll double it if they fire you today.
Wow.
Today.
Yeah,
Just for the day.
ridiculous.
What about me?
Then it's unemployment.
Yeah.
Marie.
Hold on a second.
Oh, jeez. Whatever.
Nobody starts work at 10 to 7.
Yeah. Well, she's 10 to 10 there.
Yeah.
Nobody starts work at 10 to any hour.
Listen,
Yes,
we have
I
a
always
meeting on
listen
top of everything
when you
else,
talk.
and I have to go, baby.
Yeah, what happened was
come
the
on.
guy didn't show up last night, and this is her way out of the story.
No. Oh my God.
Guy
no.
stood her up. She got
you up again.
Stood up again.
Marie.
Oh, you are so silly. He even fixed my tire because
I bet he did.
Last night.
Filled it up with air, huh?
I was driving my daughter's car, and when I was driving to meet him, and then I got a flat tire.
Those broken down Firestones
Come
there.
over and fix the tire first. Oh.
So you can talk now really loud and fine.
But if we ask
I
her...
don't know, baby. He showed up. It was fabulous.
It was fabulous. Yes.
And I'll tell you something else. Remember when I told you, like, sex in the car is overrated? I think it's only when you're with the wrong person.
Whatever.
So after he fixed your tire, you guys had sex. Then you went to dinner.
That's why the tire was flat.
No.
Because he wouldn't spring for a hotel last night, Terry.
Oh.
He's already gotten
No.
Now it's all Subaru all the time.
I guess so.
Her blue wig dragging on the gravel ground there, Terry, hanging out the door.
Wow.
And she is convincing herself that she loves automobile sex.
Automobile?
Mm-hmm.
Did your car have room service?
It's actually a big SUV, so
Yes, why
lots of space.
don't you share this part of the story with the people in the meeting about how great car sex is?
Well, it's pretty cool, actually.
Yes.
She was talking about it yesterday, and I'm like, let me see.
Marie, honestly, you want my instincts on this one? This was your last session. Once he's done the car with you,
He's done?
It's her last session with this guy. It's time to pack up and move back to Seattle.
Doesn't sound like she wants to leave him,
You
though.
never know. I will move to Seattle either way, probably, because I can't stand it any longer here.
Right.
It's so damn hot, I can't even
So
breathe.
no better start to get that ball rolling than get fired today. Wow. So every detail of the story can be told right now.
That's a good possibility.
Was there dinner involved like you promised us, or was it little in-car dining?
In-car dining.
No, we went actually to an Italian restaurant. It's a little
He took her to a nice Italian restaurant, then did her in the car, Terry?
Yeah, oh boy.
I don't know.
Jeez, olive oil flying everywhere.
Many people have had nice Italian meals, Terry. Many people have had nice car sex. Never
Sure.
both in the same night.
No. Listen, actually, I asked him to get me back to my car because I wanted to go home like a good girl, like kind of prolong this thing.
Yes.
But no, I couldn't wait.
You couldn't
Neither
wait.
did he.
Mm-hmm.
No, neither did he. It's like, oh my God.
Okay.
Wow.
Terry, I think she stayed home all night.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, I don't.
I think you never left your house last night, Marie. That's what I
did.
think.
Oh no, I came home around midnight.
Okay.
Should have taken
It wasn't
pictures.
really that late either.
Healthy choice, Italian dinner, watching Joey. That's what she was doing.
That sounds like your night plan, Steve.
Oh, yeah, that was
Anyhow,
Well, mine too. Mine is the healthy choice.
anyhow, let me tell Marie this bit of reality amongst whether we've gotten reality so far this morning or not.
Right.
It's up to you to decide. Maybe her story's true. I kind of believe it, actually. But I had to email her pictures of her topless self, Terry.
Yeah.
To about, I'd say, 90 more people yesterday who
Oh, my
requested it.
Why do they still email me?
Because your breasts have a cult following for unknown reasons.
Marie's breasts.
Oh, geez, I disconnected her by accident.
Oh, I know.
Did I do her a gift? Did I give her a little bit of a blessing there or what?
Or was it by accident?
I swear. My hands just hit a...
You tell her all about emailing people her breasts, and the next thing you know.
You emailed it to other people, too, I saw yesterday
did,
after
yes.
the show. All of a sudden, I go over to Hotshot's cubicle after the show yesterday, and there are pictures of topless Marie sitting on the screen.
Cradling her breasts.
And I said, one of two things is happening here. Either you've been sucked in by this unexplainable power that is Marie,
Can't look away.
or... Please tell me you're sending it to some listeners. She said, yeah, I'm sending it to some listeners. I said,
Droves, man.
I said, but that's not the truth, is it?
Yep.
He said, a little bit of both.
The fact that it's a screensaver is trouble.
Yeah.
He couldn't look away, and yes, he did prove to me that he was sending it to listeners,
Well,
Terry.
that's good.
How do we explain this, Terry? Have you seen the picture?
I have not.
The pictures of topless Marie, Terry?
No.
Topless Polish Marie?
No, neither one of you has emailed it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Them to me, I guess.
Well, we're waiting for you to be honest and offer up a request, and then you'll get them.
Could
Just
I
like,
have her pictures,
if
please?
you truly want them, Terry,
Okay.
we can get them that, unless you prefer the Harley-looking chick that you imagined this morning.
Can I just have a combo of both?
Well, I can't produce this Harley-looking chick that's a figment of your imagination, Terry, but I can produce pictures of topless Polish Marie.
Okay.
Yes. And you'd be hard-pressed, like the rest of the listening audience that's requested them, to believe that these are the breasts of a 50, 60, 70, 80, no one really knows the truth,
Right.
100-year-old woman.
Right.
You'll be amazed.
All right.
Okay.
Look forward to getting it then.
Oh, jeez. But you wish you had a nickel for every time you said that, huh, Terry? What else is going on in the world, please?
Well, news for you really quickly about Sheryl Crow and Lance Armstrong. Apparently, they're going to get married in April in Santa Barbara.
They're not married yet?
No, they're engaged. Ralph Lauren is going to design her dress.
Mm-hmm.
So there's
And he's going to need a special tux, right?
Yeah, special tux, I guess. Come on.
You guys need a special tux for a situation?
No.
All right.
Not like you, yeah. Anyway.
You take it into the crotch there a little bit.
Oh, man.
No? All right.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I'm happy for them, Terry. They seem
Yes.
like a happy couple, not
Yeah,
really. Okay.
Also, it looks like Tara Reid's new show, Paradise, has already been canceled.
Almost Paradise.
Almost. Yeah, uh-huh.
What's the next last name?
We're
living on
Heaven's Door.
Something on Heaven's Door. Knock, knock, knocking on Heaven's Door.
I'm
We'll
combining
combine
two
two
songs.
songs.
Almost Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Knock, knocking, knocking on Heaven. Oh, no, mind. I can't even do that. Steve, I know you have it.
Well, it's loading.
Oh. There again. More nickels, more nickels.
Also, she is you know,
80%.
letting everybody know that she does not have a drinking problem, and she's kind of blaming it on, like, directors and producers saying,
Well, it
they kind of
depends.
overemphasized or made me whatever.
Depends on your definition of problem, Terry.
Right.
One person's problem is another person's pleasure. Oh, jeez.
I thought that was a perfect time.
So you did it without the real cue to hit the button there. Stephen going off on his own.
Yeah.
I thought that was like perfect.
No, I like it. It's a new, stronger Stephen Kilbreth. Come on, take us in, Stephen.
Take us in?
Take us in.
What's the weather like
Take us
today?
Well, it's not going to be very good today. We're going to have some rain. In fact, all weekend it's going to be a wet weekend for your first as we get back to, football season and rain and all that kind of crap.
He did hit the post, Terry.
Yes, he did.
But if you ever wondered why Steven's weekend show was canceled, there was a really good explanation as to why.
I didn't know the real forecast. That was my problem. I have the forecast up now, too.
Steven, no DJ ever has. Okay?
That's a good point.
And yet they're able to make it through flawlessly with the dripping DJ voice. Now, you were stumbling, you were stammering all over yourself. So she had a reality show for what, half a week?
Yeah, something like that. She also said that the reason it got canceled was bad editing.
They just show her like getting drunk and partying and acting a fool.
Oh, that's right. They hired the bad editor for her show.
Right.
I heard something about that.
It's just supposed to be her big break. It's just her partying in Europe. I mean, she can't make this work.
She's blaming the editing for the cancellation of her show.
Yeah, you want
maybe when the editor has nothing really good to put in, Terry, she can't help but have bad editing. Here, there's nothing interesting, nothing exciting, nothing entertaining to stick in a half-hour show. Yeah, I could size it up as bad editing, too. Oh, just, all right, Stephen, anytime you want to fade this out, it's really starting to annoy me. I don't need to hear Whitesnake one more time in my life.
Whitesnake.
It's not Whitesnake.
It is not.
I knew that.
Michael W. Reno from Loverboy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't need to hear Michael W. Smith. Wasn't there a Michael W. Smith, too?
Oh, yeah.
I have
Married
him
to
if you
Amy
want.
Grant.
So there's a Michael W. Smith and a Michael W. Reno?
I don't know if W is in the middle of it.
He's not married to Amy Grant, by the way.
Wasn't he?
That's the lead singer of Loverboy?
Mike Reno, yeah.
That's the guy who was working for the weekend. Now we know why.
Oh, yeah. He's put on a couple pounds since then. Had some nice weekends.
Steven, did you know that was the lead singer of Loverboy?
I did, yes.
All right, whatever. All right, so what's...
So Michael W. Smith?
She's done. However, there's a good
Anytime.
chance that she'll be on the Surreal Life.
Right.
You'll
They're
probably
saying their next move and her only move.
That's her only move left.
Right. Well, and she says,
The
I
whole
want to...
cast of Surreal Life every year has only one move left in their career, and that's it.
Right.
Surreal Life.
She said she wanted to show the whole world, the truth, and
Nothing
that
but the
she's
truth.
fun, and however, she said, I didn't want to look like a total party girl drug retard. I think the
Too late.
shots they show aren't fair.
Yes.
So,
So she's angry at the powers that be that handled her show, Terry.
Of course.
Because if they had done their jobs, it would have been a smash hit,
Right.
putting desperate housewives in their place at number 3, and she would be number 2 or number 1. CSI quaking in their boots when they heard about the Tara Reid reality show.
Oh, Paradise is coming? Oh, no.
And they're the ones who, under the table, paid off the producers to hire a terrible editor to put in only the bad stuff.
Sure, we're getting wasted in Ibiza, please.
Mm-hmm. What was it on, UPN? Was it on WB? What was it on?
E, I think.
It was on E? It was on E?
It's like, I think it's a replacement for Wild On, or it's like one of those shows. Wild On E.
Kind of miss Wild On.
Wild on.
And then speaking of drug people, Kate Moss, she's in rehab, by the way, in Arizona.
Officially in rehab.
Officially in rehab.
Trying to get somebody. When in doubt, and again, it's one of these when in doubt moments, Terry. You're trying to get your sponsors back. Show them you care by going to rehab.
Right.
Show the world you care about your own damn self by putting up with rehab for a few weeks. Hey, I went to rehab. I care about myself. I'm trying to make a better life for myself. Hire me back.
Right.
It's not my fault. I'm sick. I have a sickness.
Yeah, whatever. It's either when in doubt, go on the Surreal Life or rehab. 2 choices.
I'm sure there's been a double crossing, so people have done both.
All right, ready, Steve. Here with the What? I thought you were Michael W. Smith.
Oh, I do.
Thought so, too.
Yeah, I thought you wanted this, though.
Oh, my God.
Whenever you're ready with Michael. Okay. Talk up to the post. Go ahead.
Well, I don't really know this one all that well.
Give us the weather.
All right, our weather today. It's going to be rain at times. Highs will be in the upper 50s to the mid 60s. Do you think we'll ever see the sun again?
Oh, it is.
Maybe sometime at a place in this world with Michael W. Smith on Cube 93.
I'm listening to that radio station today.
Oh, so am I.
Let me tell you.
Hurry, turn the dial.
Okay. Stephen, your weekend show has been put back on like the Family Guy. They realized what a terrible mistake. All right, you can fade it out any time now, Stephen. Terrible mistake they made. You know the Family Guy, Terry, the only show to be canceled then put back on network TV?
Yeah, I heard it was has its own little cult following.
Well, of
now.
course. It's a great show. DVD saved the program. As soon as it came out on DVD, it became like one of the highest grossing sales DVDs of the year. And then Fox said, hey, wait a minute. There may be something to this show. Only show in the history of television to go back on after being canceled. Kind of like Steven's radio program. We're back on this weekend.
And I have them all on DVD, too, if you need to borrow them.
Tune in for the Hangover Zone. This Saturday at 10 a.m.
The T-Man.
12-year-old girl from Seward Park is dead. She was found with a belt tied around her neck.
Oh, geez, yeah, did you hear about this, Terry?
Yes.
This is like the third time there's a kid in the hospital this morning, a boy who was sitting there speaking to the cameras like an idiot, who tied a belt around his neck or had his friends do it, and he nearly escaped death. A couple of days ago, there was a girl who in this choking game thing, Terry, they believe lost her life. A month ago, there was another one. And now, that makes 3, Terry.
Yeah.
That makes a problem.
Yes.
Okay, that's 3. Yep, we got to talk about this on the news now.
Yeah. Scary.
The choking game is back with a vengeance, something that has been around for years. Used to involve sex, Terry. They've eliminated the sex part of it. They're just going for the high.
Yeah.
I don't get it at all. I don't think many people do. I mean, at this point, it'd be a big upgrade to go back to huffing paint.
Well, I think they're still doing that, too, which is kind of crazy, but...
Well, this is causing immediate deaths, Terry. You see that 12-year-old girl that died? She's a cute girl.
I know. Sad.
Police don't know if she meant to kill herself or died playing the choking game.
Oh, geez.
That's a game in which kids cut off oxygen to their brains temporarily to feel a rush.
Oh, geez.
Q13 Fox News reporter Lowell Deo says the girl's school is not waiting for an answer on
That's
this.
for Lodell, Terry. Lodell's on the case. Lodell, yeah. Hey. It's Lodell.
It is.
Hi.
Q13 Fox News reporter Lowell Deo says the girl's school is not waiting for an answer on this. It's already warning kids about this dangerous game.
Yeah.
Alexandra Berlin's foster family was just too shaken to talk about the 12-year-old or about the choking game.
There were a lot of young people in my classmates that played that game in gym one day, and a girl passed out and they had to call the aid car.
The A car, Terry.
Neighbor Monica McAfee knows all about the game.
She's an old schooler, I bet.
Her friends played it more than 20 years ago.
Yep, there you go. But 20 years ago when they played it, mostly it was played during the act of sex, Terry. You were having sex with someone, and to give them an extra bit of a rush, you would cut off the oxygen,
Right.
asphyxiation, whatever the term was called, and you took your chances, and at least it was all in the throes of sex. Now I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Not that it made that much sense before. If it made any sense before, it makes less now.
Yeah.
Because now it's just like, hey, dude, let me tie a belt around your neck. Come on, you got to do it.
Yeah.
What?
All right. If you say so. And all these dudes and some girls, they're being pressured into this. It's ridiculous. Whatever happened to the toughness to looking someone in the eye and saying, no, get the hell out of my face? Whatever happened to that, Terry?
You don't want to be the loser that doesn't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I was the loser.
Peer pressure, man.
At the time, I told them, it's really dangerous what you guys are doing. You shouldn't do it.
But these days, the choking game is a lot scarier. Kids use ropes, leashes, and the like to choke themselves.
I don't know anyone who uses leashes, Law, all right? Maybe just he worked that part of the story on his own. I've heard of karate belts.
Right.
I've heard of regular belts, Terry. I never heard leashes. But if Lowdale wants to go with leashes, that's fine.
Yeah,
Some
let him
kids
go.
are using leather spiked leashes. No, they're not.
No, Low, that hasn't been reported yet, but you want to go with that, it's okay with us.
Kids use ropes, leashes, and the like to choke themselves long enough to feel a buzz.
But he knows maybe more about the story than we do, so I'll have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
And sometimes there are no friends around who can help.
Oh.
Alexandra was found alone in her room with a belt tied around her neck.
Yeah, that sounds like more, I hate to say, Terry, of a suicide. She was in a room with a belt around her neck, I guess, hanging, and that doesn't seem like the way the game, as they're calling it, is being played today. The one I'm hearing about that is the most concerning, or they're all concerning, but you have people pressuring others into putting a belt around their neck, and then the people who got it all started don't let go.
Right. Well, but then again, you could also say that, some kids who are doing other things like, huffing and stuff like that, they do it alone in their rooms and stuff like that.
So that's why it hasn't been ruled out. Yes.
Angles.
I don't see the angle overall of choking your neck, Terry. I don't know whatever happened to good old choking the chicken. That, to me,
the best way
is a real high.
Yeah.
Always has been, always will be. Started at 11, haven't slowed down yet, Terry.
Yeah.
There's your epidemic.
I get a high every time. And I've never come near death. Not yet.
Her death's not officially due to the choking game.
We are taking the opportunity, though, to talk to students about the importance of not engaging in this activity.
Her school is using her death as a lesson. Officials sent this letter out to parents warning them about the game. Folks here at McKnight Middle School are walking a fine line, warning kids about the choking game without making them interested in trying it.
We're taking it straightforward.
They're telling kids that the rush of a lifetime could very well end a lifetime.
That's always the issue, Terry. Once you start adding extra bits of media coverage and shedding more light on a situation, it becomes much more well-known, and you may get a whole new group of people who are going to try this. But if you try it, I don't see the point. It's obviously pretty damn dumb.
Right. No doubt.
All right?
But
the only way you can think of getting high, then where's the creativity that used to be out there?
Not sure.
That's what I'm worried about. The lack of creativity for getting high. Where is it gone? Have we joke yet?
Yeah.
No. Yes. Okay.
I know. Well, at least they're definitely alerting the family, parents, and so that if there's signs or anything like that, you can
signs. If a kid has a belt around his neck.
Well, no, they do. They say that they're, let's say they may have tried it once. They're going to have some kind of, they said, marks or whatever around the neck, and if you see that, then you can ask questions and open the line of communication instead of walking into the bedroom and not, liking what you see.
I say if you're seeing the signs of your kid having markings around their neck of a belt being used, turn in your parent card. Just call it over. You failed. Man, that's what you're holding out hope for. The parents may see the markings of a belt and they could then rescue the situation. It's past.
Well, I don't think it's ever passed. I think you still got to try at that point.
Of course you have to try, but if that's what your hope is, Terry, that some parents out there are going to see some markings of a belt around their neck and then be able to sit their kids down and rescue them, that's pretty sad. Please.
Well, I'm just saying that's how they're alerting, some of the signs that they're alerting the parents.
There's no other way.
Right. This family of the 12-year-old had no clue. Maybe if they had a little bit more information of what was going on, then they could have seen something.
Well,
I don't know.
It may have likely been her very first time trying it, Terry.
Yeah, it could have been.
All right, so there'd be obviously no markings and no signs of these warnings that you're talking about.
All right, well.
But I'm sure you're on the lookout for any markings on your kid's necks. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I would hope, Terry, if all your Gestapo tactics, that your kids would be able to look someone in the eye when being pressured and say, no, get the hell out of my face.
Right. You would hope that. Every parent hopes that.
All right.
So did these parents, I would imagine.
But the game is obviously not a game at all. I don't know what it is.
Oh, games aren't fun when you die.
No.
Kind of ruins the rush.
I used to play Sorry. I never died. Kept playing. Not a fun game.
Yes. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. Let me open the phone lines and see what's going on out there as it relates to this story or anything else. You're on the air. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Well, I have a comment.
Okay, that's why we open the phone lines. Yes.
Well, actually, my comment is I kind of wonder, since these kids are being found alone, and most...
Well, no, there's only one case that I know of the game where the girl was found alone. She was the one who died a couple of days ago, yes. But most of the situations I'm hearing about are friends of someone talking their friend into letting them put a belt around their neck and choke them so they'll get a high.
Well, I think in her situation, and this is just, I don't know, I think there's a lot to that story that they're not letting out, but I wonder if she was in there masturbating, and that was kind of the rush that she was getting, with choking herself.
So you think she was masturbating at the same time she was choking herself alone in a room?
At the age of 12.
Was she hanging from something?
I believe so.
She was. I guess there was. She was on a bunk bed. The belt was tied on the upper bunk.
So she was hanging from the bunk.
Well,
the top bunk.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's just, I guess it's hard for me to understand someone just going, hey, I'm just going to choke myself today and see how that
it's
works
hard
out.
for anyone to believe, but that's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end of the story. That's why people are completely trying to fill in the blanks here when there's no blanks to be filled in.
Right.
It's just very simply, let me choke you, and other kids are saying sure. Because they don't want to say no to what they see as cooler people, I guess. The dude lying in the hospital this morning, talking to the cameras, looking like a fool, was telling how his friends talked him into it. Hey, let me take this belt and choke you. And he didn't want to say no. You're on the air.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we did it 30 years ago, and we didn't use a belt, though. What we would do is take nice deep breaths and hold it on the last breath, and then push in on your carotid with your hands and stop the blood from going to your head. And then as you passed out, of course your hands would be released. And
well, yeah, that was the Parker Brothers version of the game, and that's not around anymore. This is obviously they're using some materials that are able to cut off the windpipe and the whatever artery you're talking about a lot with more effectiveness. So, yes, I'm not sure whether you're trying to suggest to bring that version of the game back because it's safer. I don't think any version of the game is really necessary. There are so many ways to get the end result that perhaps one is looking for here. A sexual high, maybe a high in general, that seem to be a little safer, that if you just eliminated this entire game altogether, I think would be the best move here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Hey, we knew how to do this 30 years ago. These kids these days, I don't know what they're doing.
Or not doing anything at all would probably be better.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
Did you hear me? I said any part of this game should be eliminated. Don't you think?
Yeah.
But thank you, Stephen, for shedding some more light that obviously was already there. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, there's other signs you can look for when it comes to the choking game.
All right, share with us, please.
There's a term in medical for when dead people die of asphyxiation. It's called petechia. And it's the rupture of the small blood vessels in the eye, around the eye, that happen due to this strangulation type technique.
Uh-huh.
And so if parents are out there wondering if their kids are doing this, you can look at their eye and there'll be pinpoint little dots all over the white around the eyelid. It happens. It happens to powerlifters at times when they don't breathe properly. Their eyes turn bloodshot red because of it.
I don't know. If I was a parent and I just saw any sign that obviously led to the conclusion that my kid has been playing this game, I would think, how stupid a kid did I raise? And at that point, I almost feel like the ultimate failure and the rescuing of any further games to me is like, I guess it has to be done, but it just seems so sad.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the air.
T-Man.
Yes.
T-Man, I want to say that when I was raised in the Bronx, we used to choke people out for different reasons.
Yeah, I mean, choking to make a point obviously is necessary sometimes. But you ultimately either decide to let the person go or spend a life in prison. That's a decision that has to be made for the choker's point of view, yes.
Exactly. Now, there's always a chance that when you choke someone out and they lose consciousness, that they won't come back. And I think these kids nowadays don't realize that. They think that, oh yeah, I'm going to lose consciousness and I'm going to come back. It's not always the case, especially for kids with smaller systems. Their systems shut down and sometimes don't come back.
I honestly have to tell you, I've never been on the receiving end of being choked, Terry.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's some extreme high here that I'm missing out on. I can't believe it could be that great.
Right.
I cannot imagine that I'm missing out on so much. What is the feeling? It's just an overall body rush?
Well, when I've been choked, it was usually out of anger. It wasn't because they were trying to turn me on.
It was your mother.
Right.
What's...
Well, the other they've in the paper I was reading that they also call it like the tingling game. And
there are so many ways to tingle, Terry.
I'll stick to Keystone Ice.
Well, I know.
Do you want me to put out a list of ways to tingle this morning?
There's plenty of ways, but I'm just telling you what other names it's
I don't need a way to tingle that's going to get me this close to death.
I agree.
I don't need to take my chances like that.
That side of your hair is tingling.
I would like, the Denorex way of tingling.
It's really working.
Yeah.
I would hope that these 12-year-olds think to themselves, I may have something to live for here. I don't want to be that close to death to tingle.
But like this guy says, they don't think in those terms. They're not thinking, "Oh, I'm going to die."
Well,
from
now
this.
they have to start.
Right, exactly. Because it is happening, and now people are more aware of what can happen.
Within a month, we've had 3 cases just in the local area.
Right.
All right?
Locally, right.
Time to start thinking that way.
Right.
Maybe I have a little bit to live for. I want to hang around for a couple of days more. How about that?
Right.
You probably don't want to ever deprive your brain of oxygen. Bad move.
Yes.
And as far as what that guy was talking about, the little broken blood vessels in your eye, that doesn't happen until you actually die. So there's no way that you can see that in your kids' eyes on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not always true, because he said power lifters, it happens to them when they strain.
Yeah, I've actually had, I don't remember what the situation is, scuba diving or somewhere. I've had the dots in my eyes.
Right.
I'm a big scuba diver, Terry, as you know.
Yeah.
And, around the eyes.
Sure.
I've had that happen. I don't remember what I was doing. It was probably something bad. But, I don't think you have to be dead to have those dots around your eyes or in your eyes.
Right.
In your eyes sounds a little more extreme. Mm-hmm. But around your eyes, everyone's kind of had something that's happened to them that may have caused that, right?
Right, yeah.
Gilbreth?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. You're on the air. Hello. Oh, I didn't punch up a line. It's not an effective radio move, Terry. You're on the air. This line isn't punching up. I did punch up a line, you see?
I did.
I punched
You punched it a couple of times.
You did, too?
Yeah, there's one thing you know how to do. It's hit the phone line.
Mm-hmm.
You've been trained.
I hit the phone line here. Nothing happens.
Hello.
Maybe you should get that...
the engineer that I think
that
is out
Harley
here.
lady that was walking around to see if she can fix this thing.
Yeah, maybe so.
Oh, jeez. No, all the phone lines are... there go our phone calls.
Jeez.
I got 73 lines tied up of people that want to talk about this situation and no way to put them on the air anymore. Isn't that amazing how it happens in mid-segment, Terry?
Would you like to answer the phone that way?
Can I answer the phone the old-fashioned way?
Do what?
Let me see if this works. You're on the air.
Hello?
That ain't going to work. Is that going to work?
Wow, it did.
You can hear her?
I can.
Yes,
Hello?
you're on the air. Hi.
Hi?
Hi. Yes?
Yes. I'm a mother who was have children who were friends of the girl that went to McKnight Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids were devastated by the death, and I'm hoping that this is a learning experience for my children.
Well, it's a shame that learning experiences have to come at such high stakes here.
Yes, and from what the story was from...
Because this, to me, looked like a very pretty girl who did have a lot to live for, Terry.
Yes.
Just being a girl who's pretty alone makes it a lot to live for as far as I'm concerned. And that's not going to be the case anymore. For a girl who was obviously, unfortunately, pretty short-sighted if she did, in fact, die as a result of this stupid game, which makes no sense as far as this need to get high. This is not obviously the only way to get high now that we're promoting ways to get high, but if you have to get high, Terry, there are a lot more fun and less risky ways of getting high, all right?
And I asked my children why is it done, and they don't even know why it's done.
Nobody knows. There's no answer. People are looking for answers when there are no answers.
Yeah.
There's not. And, of course, as working parents, we can't keep an eye on our children 24/7. And that's why I tell my children to, stay in the house. You're not allowed to have friends over the house.
That's the answer. Stay in the house. Everyone, just stay in the house.
Don't go outside.
Mm-hmm. Bad things happen outside, so you know what? Stay in the house.
Stay in the house. But my heart goes out to them.
This girl, by the way, died in her house, but hey, that's beside the point.
Stay in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
So my heart really goes out to the family.
Obviously,
and
we all feel the same. This is
I
pretty
really
tragic.
hope that these children wake up nowadays and realize that this is a serious issue and to stop doing stupid stuff.
I don't believe kids are dumb. I think this third strike, this third situation that happened just last night is going to be enough that this is going to be a discussion we have now. We're not going to be talking about this a month from now.
All right?
All right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to talk about today. We're not going to need to talk about this tomorrow. This is not going to keep going on. Trust me. I know it's not going to keep going on. You're on the air.
Hi.
Yes.
I got a question. I'm trying to figure out, I don't know if my kids know of this choking game or not, and I got 3 young kids that are in elementary and 1 teenager in high school, and I want to know how would I come to them and just, without upsetting them or anything? Because my 14-year-old, he's at that age, where he gets upset over questions. And I want to know how I would, talk to them about this and tell them, this is dumb.
Well, I don't think you can worry about your kid being upset. You got to be direct and be as direct as possible without trying to be overly cute and fun and whatever. Just say, hey, have you heard of the choking game? I'm hearing about this choking game. Have you heard of it? Well, if you're smart, you're not playing it, right? Okay, end of story.
Right.
Are you smart or are you dumb? Where do you fall in, kid?
Yeah.
You're dumb? Okay, well, then I got to work with you a little more here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, but if you're smart, you're obviously not playing it. Even if someone comes up to you and asks you to play, you look them in the eye, you say no, and if to me, that's what makes someone tough and more cool than somebody who gets roped in.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's too much of a play on words here, Terry. Roped into having to succumb to what they see as cooler people's request.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll take a chance of dying because you guys are cool.
Right. And sometimes, even though, your children are young, you kind of have to let them read the story and say, here's something, it's not a real happy story, but it's something you need to be aware of so that you can discuss it with them.
Now, with all I just said, Terry.
Yes.
In the next 20 minutes, that's all I need, 20 minutes. If any of the Pooh thinks I'm so damn cool, I can talk him into choking right now. Mm-hmm. Could I not?
You
look
could.
me in the eye and say no, you bastard!
It's hard.
Get out of my face!
I'm trying.
Can I choke you?
We've all done it, Vinny.
Yes. What do you think we do after the show, Terry, after you leave? We take turns choking Vinny the Pooh. That's
Wow. That must be fun for him.
I think that's part of the problem is that this parent is too worried about being too, I'm very
Too
sensitive
gentle,
to my kid.
Right.
Everyone wants to be their friend and be cool in the eyes of their kid. You know what the reality is? Yes, that'd be nice in some circumstances, but your kids have so many friends, they don't need any more friends.
Right.
They need someone to watch out for them. And you have to be direct, and if you're not their best friend on a given day, don't worry so much about it. Go talk to them. Goodness sake. Before they have dots in their eyes like idiots. Okay.
Raising a soft, fruity generation of kids.
It's a damn shame.
Here they are.
Well, we're going to change that. That's why you need to have a kid with me, man. Come on, be my wingman with
After
this kid
hearing
thing.
this story?
Be my wingman with this kid thing. Come on.
Oh, I think I'm taking a pass, man.
My son turns 8 months next week.
I don't need this.
No dots in his eyes yet.
So I'm not gonna-
That's right. I'm a good parent. I talk to him all the time. You hear about this choking thing there, Janet? Hey!
You don't want to do it.
You're not dumb, are you?
Right.
I'm not going to sensitivity training to talk to my kid about this. I'm not going to hold a committee meeting like these parents do.
Hotshot is convinced that he's not going to have kids.
I'm not convinced. That just doesn't sound so good right about now.
I don't know why anyone would get married if they weren't having kids. I don't see the point.
I kind of do like my wife.
All right.
That's one reason.
You could love a woman, but if you're not going to have kids, what's the point of getting married? It's my philosophy.
You don't even need to get married for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're thinking about it, aren't you?
I was.
All right.
I was like, it can't be that bad.
Oh, jeez.
It's that bad, apparently.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
The T-Man.
7:39 at Cube 93. I'm Stephen Kilbreth. Here's your news update. Daylight is helping searchers this morning recover debris and human remains from the crash of a medical helicopter in Puget Sound near Edmonds. The chopper went down last night on a flight from Seattle to Arlington with the pilot and 2 nurses on board. Boeing machinists returned to the job of assembling planes today after approving a new contract that ended their month-long strike. The union says about 80% of those voting yesterday accepted the 3-year pact. Tacoma police say there are no plans to arrest the customer of an auto parts store who shot it out with a would-be robber. Police say the man was defending himself yesterday after a 21-year-old man pulled out a gun. The 21-year-old and a clerk were wounded in that shootout. In sports, the Mariners beat the Rangers last night 4-3. They have the final series of the season that begins tonight against Oakland at Safeco Field. Ichiro just 2 hits shy of the 200-hit season. It would be the first person to start their major league career with 5 straight 200-hit seasons. And Dan Wilson is scheduled to start today's game. He'll play just 1 inning. Wilson, who has been recovering from a knee injury, is retiring at the end of this season. Our weather forecast for today, rain at times. Highs will be in the upper 50s to just over 60 degrees. That's your news update on Seattle's #1 hit music station, Cube 93.
Haunted house tickets, Terry.
Alrighty.
I walked through the haunted house yesterday. They gave me my own private screening.
Is it up to par? The T-Man par.
I'll tell you what, I don't get scared by, things.
Right.
I'm like a
Let's say.
startled guy. I get startled. I'll be the
like,
first to admit that
"Whoa,
someone
okay."
jumps out and goes, screams something.
Sure.
I'll jump.
Right.
Try to scare me, otherwise not possible. But, yeah. I just jumped way out of my chair.
Wow, way to
Steven pulls
go,
a siren
Steven.
out. Oh, boy.
You better watch
Really
out.
startles you.
I'll whack
Terry,
you with it.
Actually, the people behind the haunted house, some of the actors, they call themselves actors.
Yeah.
They work in the haunted house. They were asking where you were. How come you weren't on my hip? So, yeah, Terry after work activities just really don't happen.
Right.
But I'll tell you that I'm very impressed by your haunted house. I was scared. They gave me the full treatment, Terry.
Good.
I walked through. Winnie the Pooh was with me.
Really?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. Made him walk ahead of me, Terry. Made him walk ahead, get scared before I did, because I don't like to jump as high as I need to, Terry.
Right.
I
Let
was-
somebody else jump high.
Yeah, let the low guy go first. Test the waters.
And that's what happened to me. I was jumping.
Yeah, that's the only problem with haunted houses. You see the scares coming up.
Yeah, sometimes you're in a group. If you're at the back of the line of the particular little group that you're in, they send them in like packs, Terry.
Right.
Then you may not be as scared as the front, but like any old roller coaster, if you really want to be the one to be at the front of the line and get the most action, you can probably talk your way into that.
Sure.
It's the way it is in life. The roller coasters and the haunted houses of the world, just a microcosm of our society.
Oh.
And that's why Winnie the Pooh is at the front of the line. But, they had the grabbing issues a few years ago where
Right.
some of these actors there got themselves in trouble because some women were claiming that their asses were being grabbed.
Yeah,
They probably
got a
were.
little frisky.
Because if I was an actor in one of those haunted houses, that's all I would be into.
You'd be grabbing.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't just be grabbing, Terry. They'd be like, I can't get it out. All right, well, you know what?
Golly.
Let me turn the lights on.
Someone's stuck.
Right. Well, they're not allowed to grab you anymore, but
Okay.
they do enough that it definitely is a situation that scares you. Now they don't grab, but they'll jump out and they'll scare you, like that startled thing I'm talking about.
Right.
And then they'll just stand there in front of you.
And
So
won't
that
let you pass?
Yeah, so you have to, make yourself wafer thin. Hot shot, you're going to be in trouble. You got to make yourself,
Wafer thin.
like wafer thin to get around them.
I'm Nilla wafer thin.
Nilla wafer.
So they don't touch you.
Oh.
But after they
just-
jump out and scare you, they'll, block your path.
Do they sometimes, even though they're blocking your path and you're trying to be wafer thin, do they move over so you can't?
No, they don't do
wafer
that
thin?
because that would be like them touching you, and that would be a whole lawsuit situation. But,
All right, gotcha.
but you can't help but almost graze them, even though they're still in statues at that point, to get around them, and that's creepy in itself. 'Cause
Yeah, I
you're
was
thinking
gonna
they're gonna grab
say.
they're gonna grab your neck and asphyxiate you, but that doesn't happen. That's against the bylaws now.
Oh, good.
But it's scary enough on its own. I don't need them
Wow.
grabbing my ass to be scared.
Right. Opens tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
So it
Tonight.
definitely was up to speed, Terry, with
Good
what a
deal.
haunted house needs to have.
All right.
I mean, there was at one point this really nasty toilet seat, Terry, and I guarantee you some real jokester is just going to stop and unload on that thing. I don't know why they have that in there, Winnie the Pooh. Do you have any idea why they put a toilet seat as nasty as it is? Somebody from Fife is going to sit their ass down and do their business while everyone's trying to walk through the haunted house.
I guess it's entertaining.
I mean, I don't have to be a rocket scientist to be able to predict that one, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest that they have to make any alterations in the haunted house.
Get rid of that?
They may have to get rid of that nasty toilet seat.
It didn't kind of fit either. It was just like, why is there a toilet, a dirty toilet right in the middle of...
That's pretty scary, man.
I guess it is, yeah.
If you're not scared by a dirty toilet seat, well, then you
Well, I mean, there
are
was
a
clowns
superhero.
and
Clowns are scary, Terry.
Yeah, for a lot of people, they are. You're
Well,
right.
it's when it's dark like that, and all of a sudden the clown comes out at you with the big nose and the
Oh,
floppy
my God,
shoes.
yeah.
It can be scary.
the real chainsaw.
And then they're shooting some kind of air at you. What's that all about? Is that some nuisance they can't touch you?
I don't
They
know.
were shooting this that white smoke kind of thing at you.
Ah,
But it doesn't stain your clothes, which was important because I was very concerned about that. I was saying in the haunted house, hey, if you guys just stain my clothes, you're in a lot of trouble. But I got out and it was fine.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool.
Yes. What was
Sounds
that they were
awesome.
shooting at us?
I don't know. I smelt it. It was...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I smelled it too. I thought it was you, but okay, that was the air. Anyhow, yeah.
I apologize.
All right. So the haunted house is up to speed, Terry.
Good deal.
And what's cool is it takes 12, 13 minutes to go through the thing because you wouldn't want less than that because then you don't get your money's worth. And you definitely don't want more than that. How long
Right,
do you need
'cause
to be
then
in the
it
damn
gets a
thing?
little,
You
yeah.
don't want to be in there 20 minutes, do you?
Right, nah.
And I bet you when there are actually more groups in there, so we were going
Takes longer.
We were going with a small little group. I bet it takes maybe closer to 15 minutes.
Sure.
It took us, 11, 12 minutes?
Yeah, not that long.
That's about right. That's all I need. Scared me enough. Thanks a lot. See you next year.
Right. Cool.
I'm thinking about taking Team Hot Shot down there. You think 5th and 6th graders will love it?
Absolutely, they will.
Your football team?
Is it a little too scary?
No.
Mm-hmm. As long as you put some diapers on some of your, your 10 and 11-year-olds.
They love that, don't they?
I'm just wondering.
You going to take Team Hot Shot?
I'm thinking about it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Steven, you going to take Team Kill Breath?
I think I will, yeah.
And who was consisting of Team Kill Breath there?
Just me.
Oh, jeez.
No little Benny and wife?
Nah.
Yeah, startle the pregnant wife.
Yeah, I know.
I'm in labor! Goes in labor on a dirty toilet seat, Terry.
Oh, my gosh.
That'd be nice. That's what you visualize when you have a little Benny, right, Stephen? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you may want to keep your 7-month pregnant wife away from the haunted house.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. They do jump out and scare you, though, Terry.
That's great.
They work hard, and they're good at what they do in the haunted house, but I just love that they call themselves actors. I mean, they're not a stretch.
Well.
So they justify going to the bars and telling the women, yeah, I'm an actor. Yeah, I got a big gig right now.
Yeah, doing the haunted house.
Doing the haunted house thing.
Come on in, I'll scare ya.
So I love what they do, and they do it well. I just think they got to come up with a new title.
Well, what else do you call them?
I don't think you call them actors. Do you call them actors, Manny the Poe?
No, stand-ins.
No, not stand. You call them haunted house
performers,
staff people,
right manager.
But the fact that they group themselves in with like Al Pacino, Terry, the fact that they group themselves in with Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio's an actor, right?
Right.
These haunted house workers are actors?
Well, you're right. You're probably right. They're performers. They're performers at a specific venue. There you go.
I'm a performer at a haunted house right now. I hope one day soon to be co-starring with Leonardo DiCaprio, but that day has not hit yet.
Right. So in the meantime, come visit me here.
Mm-hmm. But they do a good job, Terry.
Well, good deal.
I was scared.
Can't wait.
Did you notice the real chainsaws?
Yeah, I don't like the real chainsaws.
These real chainsaws?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
And then you could see it through the glass there, Terry.
And you could smell the gas.
And if anyone's having a bad day, they can... But I'm sure they're pretty much briefed on not to do that.
Right.
Not to slice people in half?
Yeah.
It's not a good thing.
Hey, you actors... You can't slice anyone in half with the real chainsaws.
It's a good thing they didn't hire lumberjacks then.
Yeah. They can't get really at you with the chainsaws unless they really tried, and they would have to, like, come out from behind the glass and stuff. But it's still a little too real for me.
Yeah.
Well, dude, he was banging it on the ground, and there were sparks and whatnot coming out.
Because I'm not a chainsaw guy, Terry. I've never really been that close to a chainsaw. I've never used a chainsaw in my life, so this is the closest I've ever been to a chainsaw. So maybe
wow, that's a little.
So maybe I was more startled by that than the average person.
Hey, growing up in the Northwest, you come across a chainsaw for whatever reason.
Yeah, in New York City, you don't see many chainsaws.
Right.
You see a lot
It's not like you're walking down the street with one.
Like if someone had a big knife, I would be okay. But the fact that there was a chainsaw there was a little unsettling for me.
Right.
You see a lot of guns and knives in New York. You don't see a lot of chainsaws walking around Manhattan.
No.
Or Queens, where I was raised.
Yeah.
Or the Brooklyn, where I was also raised. But yes, so you're more comfortable with that. Okay, that's cool.
When you're in the woods with a chainsaw, it's just a hard day of getting lumber. Hard day of firewood. You know you're in for it.
You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
I wanted the haunted house tickets.
Oh, see, that's what we were missing, and I even said that yesterday. We were missing a lot of good female screamers. You need that when you're walking through a haunted house. You need to be walking through with a bunch of girls that sound like this, Terry. Because you know her. I thought Vinny would come through for me like that, but you'd think with his voice he'd be a high-pitched screamer. Yeah. You didn't scream enough.
I screamed once or good.
Yeah, you screamed a couple of times, but it wasn't that extended scream like girls tend to do.
Yeah.
See, this girl,
makes her hair.
This girl is perfect for the haunted house because whoever she walks in with, as far as the group that she's squared off with, is going to be like having a little extra bit of scare action because she's going to be screaming like crazy.
Right. And that does add.
Are you a screamer?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I knew it. Who's this?
This is Stephanie.
Stephanie, the screamer. How old are you, Steph?
I'm 23.
Ah!
Perfect.
23-year-old screamers, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
That's the prime age for screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that dirty toilet seat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the haunted gas station.
When was the last time you had a good scream there, Stephanie?
Last night.
But it wasn't the scary type.
Something tells me you didn't preview the haunted house like me and Vinny the Pooh. Stephanie, you want to tell us about the details of your screaming escapades last night?
I watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, what a letdown. Even
I know,
Steven
right?
Steven was lubing up upstairs, it sounded like. You all right there, Steven?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Was that you that just
It
had
was
the big
not, no.
groan?
No.
Who had the big groan?
I think that was Vinny.
Yeah,
Oh, it was Vinny?
She kind
Yeah.
of built it up and then, like you said, kind of let everybody down.
Oh, jeez. Thank you so much, Vinny, for the recap.
No problem.
All right, Stephanie, and you want 4 passes to the haunted house.
Yes, please.
They're yours.
Thank you.
The haunted house opens today. When are you going to go?
Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a bunch of girlfriends with you, or?
I'll probably, well, since there's 4 tickets, I'll probably bring a couple girlfriends. Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
And then what do you do after you're through the haunted house? How do you spend the rest of the night?
I'm probably going to go out, go to the bar probably.
Yeah, which one?
I don't know, since I'm going to be over on that.
I'll see you there. All right, hang on, Stephanie. You're a winner. And you also qualify for other stuff.
Yeah, trip to LA, man.
There it is.
There you go.
Steven was in the group, too, last what was it, yesterday afternoon?
Yeah?
He was way towards the rear of things.
So what'd you think there, Steven?
Pretty scary, I would say. I don't like the chainsaws at all, and I grew up around here, so. When they're coming at you.
Yes.
Ooh, rave reviews.
But I held on to Pasty, so I was good.
Oh, that's right, Pasty was with you. That was quite the cozy little couple that went through the haunted house there together, Terry.
If you get scared, just hold this.
Right.
Just bear hug it.
The T-Man.
I see why you weren't at the haunted house yesterday. You were preparing things in your Cosmopolitan there. Are you just doing that this morning, Terry? Which is it?
Well,
because you're open to Cosmo, is that right?
Yes,
Oh,
I am.
it's always a treat for all of us. Are you prepared to go with an article? Or you need me to
I am.
stall for time, take some calls?
Well, you can if you'd like, but I
Well,
do
you know,
have
I
an
always-
interesting article here for
I
you.
always like to take calls on a Friday, Terry,
I know
and
you
I've
do.
taken some, but obviously not enough this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have an article, Terry, that you're prepared to go with, don't let me stand in your way. Now, is this the same magazine you were reading from last week? 'Cause you gave us an article from there last week.
No, actually,
Time to
it's
move
not.
on.
Yeah,
You got a
it's-
new
no,
one.
Got a different one. Yeah,
Brand new Cosmo.
Yeah.
Is it brand new?
Well, actually, no, it's not brand new. I mean, like I say,
You reach into the archives.
I do because I mean, there's so many different times that I'd like to bring an article to your attention, and we get busy with calls on Fractious Friday and
Oh,
things
is that
like
what that is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
Mhm.
It's kind of hard to always, so I just kind of keep things in the archive just in
Okay,
case.
but you shake it at me every once in a while.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I shouldn't have revealed that information. And you have your Cosmo in your hand.
I do.
And you're alerting me that you're prepared to go with something.
Yes, a very interesting little article.
Now we'll let you know if we're prepared to go with you.
Okay.
It's very interesting, you say.
Yeah, I think so.
You promise.
Promise.
Okay. Well, why don't you enlighten us all on what you have pinpointed as the interesting article, Oh, the Day.
Well, this little interesting article here from
Now, Oh, the Day
Cosmo.
would obviously imply that we do this every day, and obviously that's not the case.
No, we know
But
that.
we'll still call it your interesting article, Oh, the Day.
Yeah.
Who's on the cover of that, Cosmo Terry?
It is Ashley Simpson.
Oh, that's an old one. Cheryl
Yeah.
Teagues, what?
No,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah,
It's
so-
this year, but it's earlier in the year.
Okay,
So,
what
anyway,
month is
February.
it? So if anyone has it, February.
Yeah.
Man, you do keep them around, don't you?
I do.
That's how often she
Lord.
gets to do them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how often she gets to do an interesting article. Oh, the Day. She's
Yeah.
still working through February's magazine.
Right. And next year, I'll get to September of 2005.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Terry. If your articles once in a while start proving to be interesting,
Yes.
then maybe you'll eventually catch up because we will start doing an interesting article, Oh, the Day. However, I don't see that happening.
Right.
Because too many of your articles, Terry, very frankly, are a waste of our time. Wow. No, actually, when you do them, I actually kind of like them, but for some reason, I have the stigma that they're a waste of our time. I don't know actually which one is the real scenario, but go ahead. Tell me the
Well, this article
title
here,
of your article.
Well, it's all about a man's rear end, pretty much. That's what's so interesting about it, because...
Because you're fascinated with men's rear ends.
Well, no, this article claims that the shape of his butt can provide clues to his personality.
Oh, so it's deeply scientific.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much.
The shape of a man's ass.
Yes.
Is going to give you all the insight as far as how his personality will turn out to be if you actually go up and talk to the schmuck.
Sure.
Is that pretty much the deal?
Well, yeah.
So if women can master these tips on being able to decipher the shape of his butt and then equate that to what his personality would be like, if you don't like that particular personality, you don't have to go up and talk to him.
There you go.
You don't have to waste your time.
Right. Don't
Because
like
the
that.
shape of his butt obviously makes it clear exactly who he's going to turn out to be.
Right.
Oh, look at that ass. So he's a wife beater. Get the hell out of my face.
Don't like that.
I don't know about your art. See, this is why there'll never be a segment called The Terry Free Interesting Article of the Day. Yeah. Because what kind of crap is this, Terry? Already you're filling us with just mockery.
Well.
Does that make any sense? Mm-hmm. It does to me.
Well, she's mocking us.
The shape of his butt.
A lot of women do look at a man's rear end.
I'm aware. But that doesn't mean that there are clues that she can be using to come up with some formation of what his personality is going to be like. You're just going to be filling women with more misguided information than they already have, Terry.
But then maybe not.
Heaven knows women have no more room for any more misguided information. They're having enough trouble of their own.
Well, let's just see here. Can we?
Of course. I'll tell you what. I'll hold out my overwhelming, strong opinions as far as what I think is going to be the end result of this article until it's over. Or is it too late for that? Okay.
Okay. The
shape number one. They give you different shape
Different shapes,
okay.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Different shape examples.
Yes.
All right.
For example, the square butt.
The square butt?
Yes.
How many men are walking around with square butts? Hey, he's got a lunchbox butt. There's Raggedy Ann right over there. Yeah, that was my lunchbox back in the day.
Nice.
When I was in first grade, my mother made me go to school with my sister's lunchbox.
No.
If you must know.
Really?
Wow.
I didn't get my own lunchbox. I got the hand-me-down lunchbox.
Of your sister.
Of my sister, and I made it clear that it was not going to continue much longer, and I remember having to take it to school for about a few months until I made my stand.
Oh.
Yeah, if it's all making sense now, I can understand where you're coming from on that.
So no Speed Racer lunchbox,
No,
but Raggedy Ann.
It's a true story. When I was in first grade, I don't remember even Andy being there.
Oh, whoa, just Raggedy Ann?
My mom said, your lunch will stay just as fine in this lunchbox as any other lunchbox I could buy you. I'm like, you know what? How about no lunchbox, period, Mom?
Yeah,
how about you just give me $1 and I could buy whatever hot lunch they have?
No, can't swing it.
The fact that you were wearing your hand-me-down dresses, too, that was a problem.
Well, Raggedy Ann looked good on my lower thigh there.
Wow. Couple of months, huh?
Couple of months with the Raggedy Ann lunchbox. True story, Terry.
Wow.
True story.
Boy.
Okay, I used to wear eyeliner in first grade. I'm sorry, I'll come clean, too.
This is confessions now.
What else?
Back to the square butt.
Oh, yeah, square butt.
Square butt. This is his personality.
Well, give me an example of a guy with a square butt. Someone in Hollywood or something. Give me a square butt example. There's no square butts.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it's kind of flat. Okay.
Flat, but a square butt means that it might be flat, but it sticks out in a square.
Well, you have to admit, though, I mean,
Kilbreth have a square butt?
No.
Oh, jeez.
No.
So a square butt would be
I'll find you his butt here soon.
You know what kind of butt I have?
Oh, I look at your butt all the
Steven's
time,
butt is listed on there?
Let me see.
Just because he's square doesn't mean he has a square butt.
Well, you can't even give me an example of someone in Hollywood who has a square butt.
Pasty.
Pasty don't have a square butt. I don't know. Already, Terry. Already.
Can we just talk about the personality of the guy with the square butt?
Outright mockery. Mockery! Go ahead. Tell me the personality
They're
of the guy with the
saying
square
that
butt.
the guys with the square butts.
Yes. If you know who they are, ladies, they're very aggressive guys.
Yes. They'll do whatever it takes.
Once your butt is square, you're ready for action.
To achieve their goals.
You're ready to pounce.
That's
You can't say no, I have a square butt.
Square butt means go!
They also say that they'll bring that focus and take charge attitude into bed.
Really?
Yes.
You gonna put your hands during sex on the guy with the square butt, Terry?
I don't have to worry about that.
You move it a little bit too much to the right and left, you fall off.
Are you happy to see me, or is that a dictionary in your pocket?
Oh, jeez. Square butt. That's the first example Cosmo offers.
Yes.
That's because Cosmo offers women nothing but added confusion. All right, so what's the guy with the square butt going to do now, Terry?
He's the aggressive one,
Okay,
and
watch out
he's
for him,
going
then.
to take charge in bed.
He's going to take charge.
Yeah.
So I would think women would want the square butt guy.
Sure.
She can
some probably
find him.
would. Right.
Because if I was a woman, I wouldn't mind an aggressive guy who takes charge in bed, right? That's why even though I don't think I got a square butt back here.
Well, let's call your wife and see.
Well, I'll tell you what. How about, why don't you feel me and tell me what kind of butt I have?
Feel your
No, come over here. You're doing the article, Terry. You come over. Well, feel all our butts this morning.
No, I'm not gonna feel my. No.
No, then you don't bring up this article.
That's like feeling my brother's butt, and I don't feel my brother's butt.
You want to play it that way on the air, Terry? That's fine. Terry,
Eastern Washington.
You're gonna have to go up to Steven's little studio, feel his butt. You're gonna have to go behind the glass, feel Pasty's butt.
Whoa. All right, we'll feel yours too.
You're gonna have to go to Hot Fudge, Terry.
Hot Fudge.
Hot Fudge Scott and feel his butt.
Let's just call a gay phone operator and ask him about that.
Oh, what with his personality revealed on his personality is. Oh, I need to take a trip to do a couple laps in the Pacific Ocean.
Right.
I don't even know what that is. Anyhow, Terry, if you're going to really be the authority and take control and really go with this article, you're going to need to feel our butts.
Or it's just continued mockery of us because when you said about my butt, she started laughing. So I don't know why.
And the Cosmo is making it clear that this is pretty hardcore science. So it's not like any kind of gesture that you're really putting out there. You're just following along with the science of your article. Feel our butts, tell us where we fall in, and tell us something about our personalities. You can start with me. Come on. Come on, feel my butt. Come on, Terry, feel my butt. You don't have to you don't have to molest my butt.
I know.
I'm wearing new jeans. I just bought these jeans yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
I really like the top too. By the way.
Oh jeez. Oh, these tops are in, Terry, because it looks like two shirts.
Right.
But it's
that
really
are layered.
one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Back to the butt feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's all for science.
All right, first hot listener to come down and feel our butts.
There you go. And then they can describe for you.
We'll give you haunted house tickets because Terry is pulling one of her Terry-free goody two-shoes moments and is refusing to feel our butts.
But you'll feel the front.
Wow.
Well, that wouldn't be anything novel.
I can tell you the shape. No.
So you're almost coming across here, Terry, as trying to overcompensate. Trying to overcompensate for who you obviously have been pinpointed as being by refusing to feel our butts. If you just came over, didn't make a big deal about it, felt our butts, and moved on with your day, there wouldn't be this big little moment happening here now. That's right, I said a big little moment.
Big and little.
Wow, that's a moment.
That's quite the moment, when it's big and little at the same time.
No kidding.
As I said, Terry, you don't have to sit there molesting our asses.
Why?
Just cop a feel, move on to the next guy. And then you could say, okay, square, round, rectangular, rhombozoid, or...
Rhombozoid.
Come on, this is shaped rhombozoid, right? Rhomboid.
I think it's, you thinking of rhombus?
Yeah, I did pretty well in
geometry.
Trapezoid, maybe?
Very good.
I didn't even know what subject it was.
Geometry is all about shapes.
Mm-hmm. Just come over, 2 knuckles deep will be fine, we'll move on.
Oh, no.
That's it? That's my fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, you're just going to sit in your chair and not feel our butt?
Yes, I'm going to go on with this article.
Mm-hmm. All right, Terry.
All right. The next one is the high butt.
The high butt.
The high butt.
That's after my butt huffs some paint?
No, this is actually kind of described as where it's so compact and round it seems to sit on his lower back and form a small shell.
No, lower back, that's nothing, Terry. Look at mine on the nape of my neck.
Yeah.
Come on.
You grab your wall up and just reach it over your shoulder.
Yes.
So,
all I got to do is lean over backwards and I can go right to the bathroom there.
Personality-wise, they say he's shy. However, once you...
what are you doing here?
What?
You're really going on with this article now?
Yes.
After A, the article is just another typical Cosmo confusion type article, and B, you have no authoritative power on owning this article. You didn't feel our asses.
I'm giving suggestions, and maybe the ladies out there who are with somebody or looking at somebody can, cop a feel of the guy sitting next to them or whatever and say, oh, okay,
so
you fall under this.
So you're offering women to cop a feel on whatever guy they may be scoping out and haven't really approached yet, and yet you, a woman who has worked with us for multiple years,
yes,
is not going to come over and feel our butts.
No.
All right, that's obviously revealing of some kind of situation that you've suppressed that you don't want to have come springing out at you.
She's afraid of what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. She's afraid of what emotions are going to come roaring to the surface if she grabs a hold of the hot fudge Scott ass.
Watch out.
Magical power.
That's what it has to be, Terry, or else this would have been a moment over a long time ago by now.
Oh, but wait till I get a hold of Stevens, man. Whoa, the emotions.
Mesmerizing.
Yeah.
All right, we've left us no choice.
What?
A pasty?
Uh-oh.
Go up and feel Steven's ass. Tell us what kind of ass he has.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's all over him. That's nice.
Took off his headphones.
It is right there.
Boy. He's headed out.
Dave's thinking this is a way to get a smoke, I think. So
That was more or less a joke, but go ahead.
I think he's down.
He's down.
Watch out.
He's on his way.
Thought you never would ask.
lock the door.
Stephen, you either have to lock the door or
It's fine. He's no Terry, but it's a close second.
just make it wide. Lock the door or open wide, whichever you please, Stephen. Pasty seems like he's on a mission now, Stephen. If you lock the door, that would obviously maybe shake his psyche a little bit.
If she's going to bring up the article, we should find out what kind of butts that we have. So
we don't know what kind of butts we
Do
have,
you want
Terry.
me to feel your butt? Is that it, Stephen?
It doesn't really come to that, but you said you knew what kind of butt I had already. So,
Well, by this description, as by the title of it.
so you're looking at it all the time anyway, apparently. So
like this is the kind of butt I think Stephen has. It's called
I can figure it out, Terry.
All right.
Hey, good job there, Steven.
You didn't even let us know that Pasty came in, Terry.
I didn't know he was here.
It was a quiet time.
Pasty didn't notice that Stephen had one finger over his lips.
We do this at 10:01.
But lucky this is radio.
Wish I wouldn't have wore tighty whities today.
Oh my God.
All right, what do you got there, Pasty? What do you got to report?
Definitely a square ass.
No.
Come
no
on.
such thing as a... Stephen has no square
You got to use
ass.
both hands.
Tidal wave ass.
You got to use
I
both
did like
hands.
the football pad as I walked by.
That's nice. It's not that. You got to,
By the way, the high butt, he says, as far as in the bedroom,
Yes.
he'll tend to your sexual needs. The guy with the high butt.
He'll tend to your sexual needs.
Yes.
Is there any guy out there, period, that exists like that, Terry, that is going to tend to your sexual needs?
Sure.
So what is it, Pasty? Stephen has the tarp over Safeco Field ass? That's in the story, right, Terry?
Oh, sure.
Look up the tarp over Safeco Field ass. What do you got?
Rather chiseled. I mean, I think it's one of my nicer features.
Like your legs?
From my belly down, things are fine,
Chisel.
Well, they're acceptable. I don't know about it.
Well,
Fine.
acceptable. They're different than from the belly up. It's definitely a nightmare.
Doesn't mean they're chiseled.
Well, in my mind, they're chiseled.
Okay. Compared to the rest.
It's more chiseled than anything else.
I'll admit, most of the tarp is definitely on the front side. Stephen's got himself working out with quite the belly there. Well, they say perhaps Stephen needs to look into this to some degree. That as your wife tends to gain weight, which is obviously medically understandable during the course of her pregnancy, the husband, for unknown reasons, will gain a pound for each one she gains right along with her.
Yeah, so they say.
That's exciting.
Have you been
Sympathy weight.
noticing that happening, Stephen? Because if not, you're the only one.
That's not noticed. I have put on some weight, I would say, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason I can't have kids.
Weight that you obviously, at this time in your life, could not afford.
I agree.
I think,
But it doesn't go to my ass. It's chiseled. So
right, he's got a very
got the
chiseled
nice
ass. Whatever.
I can't believe he actually
See, I
said
can-
chiseled.
I can flex it. It's hard as a rock. Buds of steel.
Yeah, the last time Stephen made a misstatement like this, he wound up on the internet next to Christopher Cross and
And Stone Phillips.
Stone Phillips and the dude from There's Something About Mary.
All right.
Warren.
Were you thinking chisel when you saw those pictures?
Well, my ass isn't on there.
All right. Well, don't make us put it on there. All right?
I wouldn't let you.
Okay.
Looks like a football team walked over with their cleats on, probably.
A great analogy. Terry, what does it say about the football team?
Well, actually, what I was thinking of with Stephen was the apple butt.
The apple ass? Mm-hmm. They give an example of...
Yes, it says the upper quadrants of the butt are fleshier than the bottom areas. Great for grabbing onto in the act.
Oh, Terry.
Terry seems to have too much information on your real true situation there, Stephen.
Says, though, however, in the bedroom,
Yes.
that sex sessions are soft and sweet and sensuous. However, yeah.
Oh, yes.
However,
Yes.
they say to note that these men who have the apple butt are very sensitive, so you have to handle them with care.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind, I mean, you know.
So Dave can let go now?
Well, you don't have to, though, Stephen.
Right. I mean, Stephen, you are kind of a sensitive guy.
If you'd like to tell us at this point what kind of ass Pasty has, Stephen, we're ready to go.
Turn around.
Oh, I thought you were pretend like he already doesn't know.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is really getting to the point
I like
where...
his lower back tattoo, though.
I know. Whenever you're ready, Stephen.
It's,
he already felt it.
What kind of ass is behind the Magnum?
Yeah, what can handle that?
Is there a flat? Is there a flat butt?
Yes, I told you square.
No. Square is not flat, Terry.
But they said it's more flat than the others.
I don't see square as the definition of a flat ass. A flat ass to me means more non-existent than square would indicate. And a square indicates that something's protruding outward, which is something you want.
Flat ass is like an 80-year-old guy.
A flat ass is like saggy jeans because you have nothing to fill it out with.
Right.
That's a flat ass.
Well.
Hey, if you look at the jeans I just bought yesterday, you can say, I have no problem filling it out.
That's right.
I don't know.
Yeah, but they come with the ass, probably.
You know, they don't show a pair of jeans at department stores anymore, at least in the front displays that are like less than $180. So there I am buying $200 jeans. Looking like an idiot. Are we done with the answers, Terry?
No, can I just give you one more?
Are we done with this charade of a story?
I have the bubble butt.
The bubble butt.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
give you that
Now,
one.
I don't think I have any of these asses that you've described, Terry.
Well,
I wouldn't call myself a bubble butt either. I'm not that big an ass. I wish it was more bubbly.
They say it's very
Bubbling over with love.
and fills out a pair of jeans like no other.
All right, whatever. What has the bubble butt got to offer the woman as far as his personality is concerned, Terry? He's going to hack you up in 50 pieces.
No, they say that he's the life of the party.
He's the life of the party, the bubble butt?
Yes. He knows just what you want. He knows just what to say or do to have you eating out of his hand.
Anytime you want to come back down, that'll be more than okay. But if you two are enjoying each other's company, I'd hate to break that up.
Oh, he's already gone.
You sound disappointed, Stephen. Now, Terry, I will tell you this.
there you go.
I will tell you this very frankly, because I'm a frank guy and I like using the word frank.
Yes.
I truly believe that the size and the perhaps shape of a man's penis, that's right, I said penis, can definitely have an effect and alter his overall personality. That is no doubt about it in my mind. Be it small, he's going to act differently in general around people, and if it's overwhelmingly large, he's going to have a different personality than he would have had if it was small. If it's bent a certain way, he may have some quirks here or there, I don't know. But that is definitely going to be supported by science.
Sure.
Just like a person's height. Short person's complex, yada, yada, yada. But I don't really believe that a shape of a man's ass is going to have such specific and direct consequences to his personality. So again, I have to give you a grade of F for your choices of articles.
So you're saying I'm failing again?
You have not only failed us, but you have failed the entire community of listeners. And I wish to commend you on your consistency.
I still don't know. I mean, where does fleshy with pimples come in? What does that mean?
Yeah, with 9th grade acne, Terry, that we just can't seem to get rid of. Where does that come in?
That's what they call the jackass. Which we may all have.
But all the jackass needs to do is find a special someone out there that enjoys popping them for you, and you're good to go.
Wow. True love, man.
And if you're Angela, if you're out there, I love you, baby.
Well, I tried.
You know,
So
Terry,
no article of the day?
I was noticing I'll share a little friendly story with you.
Okay.
If you would like one at this time.
I'd love a friendly story.
I used to have, during 9th, 10th grade, during that time of oily days, I used to have perhaps a few pimples that I wish I didn't have on my ass region.
Right.
All of a sudden, well, that went away, as typically would do past high school graduation. All of a sudden, about 2-3 years ago, for unknown reasons, there was a resurgence of ass acne that I was highly embarrassed of and never shared with you at the time.
Really?
Didn't know what was bringing this about. Was it stress? Why should I be stressed?
Right.
We have a top-rated radio show in the city, Terry.
Sure.
I'm making more cash than I really could ever justify. Why?
Maybe it was the clothes, the
was I having
laundry
trouble in my relationship? I didn't believe so.
Right.
Why all of a sudden did I have this, for unknown reasons, resurgence of ass acne that I would tell nobody about?
Was it deep, dark secret?
Terry, I looked into it. I never shared with you at the time, and I really should be, I should be reprimanded for my lack of honesty during that period of time. But I went to a dermatologist to see if she could discover why all of a sudden I had, well, it wasn't like just non-stop pimples all over my ass. It wasn't just covering my body, Terry.
But you went to a dermatologist and bared your ass.
I bared my ass. Yeah, someone mentioned it. The Crystal Spa was highly embarrassing. They actually
There's a dermatologist there.
They put it up on the bulletin board, and there was I was never allowed back.
Right.
But, yes, I had cheek acne there, if you will. All right? There were, I would say on a bad day, there'd be like 10 pimples on the right cheek, 9 pimples on the left cheek. Yeah, it was definitely more than I wanted.
All right.
And it came out of nowhere.
You're okay with 3 or 4, though?
No, not okay with 3 or 4. I'm talking about the bad days. On a better day during this period went on for about 6 months.
Wow, really?
Completely shut down my social life to the hoochies of the radio world, and which I should have done because I was a married man anyway. And I went to the dermatologist.
Yes, and the dermatologist said...
Waste of time.
What?
She gave me offerings that didn't help, so I was on my own again to figure out why, after so many years had passed. I mean, we're talking about 15-some-odd years had passed. I'm pimple-free.
Right.
All right? You should name your kid that, by the way, the next kid you have.
I'm not
I know
having
you're going to have more, whether you say it or not. You said that.
Right.
You said that.
We've heard that before.
Heard that many times, Terry.
Same old routine.
Yeah.
So I have this major dilemma in my world. How, after 15 years of being pimple-free, 15, 16 years, all of a sudden is there the resurgence of acne?
Right.
A lot of trial and error things happen, Cherry. I'm eliminating this from my diet. I'm excluding that. I'm adding this vitamin. I'm excluding that. I'm working on maybe figuring out if there's any stress in my world, yada, yada, yada. I can't even remember all the things I did. Again, this is about 2-3 years ago, Cherry. Then all of a sudden I figured it out.
Uh-oh.
I figured it out.
What was it?
It was Oprah.
What?
I'll tell you why.
Come on.
It was Oprah, Terry.
Are you serious?
Yes. I blame Oprah for my resurgence of ass acne.
Did you write her a letter and say, look, biatch?
It was on my favorite things list, and she came through for me. No. Oprah had a guest on her show talking about how fish oils were very important to add to your diet.
Right.
So I started taking fish oil like crazy.
Oh.
I remember you doing that.
Mm-hmm. Fish oil, breakfast, fish oil, dinner, fish oil, fish oil, fish oil.
Right.
Never put it together that this over amounts of fish oil in my system was causing ass acne.
It was coming out your ass.
It needed to get out. I had too much oil in my system. It was coming out of my ass.
Wow.
I eliminated the fish oil to a large degree from my diet, and I can proudly say, ladies and gentlemen, my ass is once again acne-free. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's more than enough applause. Thank you.
Now, you can't go to the salon and get like an Ashel.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of that.
Right.
I was thinking about going on antibiotics for my freaking ass.
Wow.
Whoa.
I was scared.
Oprah must have stock in Stridex or something.
I was like, is this going to last a lifetime? But as soon as I cut down pretty much on all the fish oils, Terry, I was taking way too much fish oils.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that. Isn't that a cute story? Thank you so much.
It's a friendly little story.
That's a friendly little story. Yeah, it's only a team that'll share that with you.
Gosh.
Because there are a lot of people walking around with ass acne and taking fish oils right now that don't know what the hell that's going on.
And now, thanks to you, they can
Thanks to me,
cut
sharing my
down
story.
on that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Kind of like Brooke Shields shared a postpartum story, Terry. Now everyone feels comfortable talking about that.
Right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, bring your acne out and make it your friend.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise wants to rip you, though.
I think you were supposed to eat other things besides the fish oil, though, too, during the time.
I had a somewhat normal diet.
Sensible shake.
I was just taking the fish oil because the guy talked about how it's good for your lubricating your joints and it's good for your heart and all that crap. So I'm like, all right, that doesn't sound hard. Let's take a fish oil with my multivitamin. Big deal,
Right.
big deal, right?
Yeah, throw it in there. No biggie. No biggie.
Little did I know it'd be screaming out my ass. Ass acne.
The red tide.
Ass acne after 16 years.
Wow. Oh, good to know that it's...
Here I was approaching, I was like, what? I was past 30, Terry. 31, 32 at the time. How the hell do you start getting ass acne again?
Yeah, that would be kind of startling.
Startling, to say the least.
Not this again.
Every night I take a shower, I have to see how many pimples, count the pimples on my cheeks.
Man. Cute story, but the visual I could have done without.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
It's part of the friendliness of it.
Well, I got this rash right down here I can't get rid of.
I feel closer to you than ever before.
Oh, you think of how close you would have felt, Terry, if you felt me up before. All right.
The T-Man.
Cop in Wenatchee gave an 83-year-old man a ticket for urinating in public.
Nice.
The man had prostate surgery recently and could not get to a restroom. So the man is fighting the ticket with a letter from his doctor.
Show me an 83-year-old man who can get to a restroom, Terry. That's the one we want to interview here.
But isn't that what Depends undergarments are for? Little accidents
maybe
like
this
that?
man had his Depends undergarments already filled up.
Well,
It was a long day,
maybe so.
and he just needed to do a little dilly on the street there, and he gets a ticket at 83 years old?
Yes.
Come on.
Well?
Cop in Wenatchee. Isn't that your hood? Isn't that your area?
For a couple of years I lived there, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're nice, friendly people there in Wenatchee.
Doesn't sound like it.
No.
Not to 83-year-old men.
Oh, you're being sarcastic?
Oh, yeah, the cops are a little overzealous.
Gotta be law-abiding within reason, Stephen. Don't you agree that an 83-year-old man should get a pass on the urinating in public ticket?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
I mean, if he's stumbling out of the Seahawks game drunk, that's one thing.
But what if he's 83 then? I mean, if you're giving all 83-year-olds a pass now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the circumstances could be a little bit different. If he just couldn't make it, if he's in the middle of nowhere and he's sober, I feel sorry for the guy.
I'm with Terry. Wear the diapers.
There you go. Especially, I mean, he did have a surgery, so he knows that he's having issues with his prostate.
So he should keep himself by a porta potty at all times.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I mean, there are other ways to,
Right.
handle yourself.
Calls, and more calls as we are now in the latter half of a Fractious Friday.
Fractious Friday.
1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. Anything you want to talk about works as far as I'm concerned. The rest of the way home, 1-866-663-T-Man. No better way to get the ball rolling than with this guy.
He was born in the bayou.
Eating a ham sandwich.
With a golden spoon. With golden teeth.
I think romantic is just sitting down and what a like just...
He's a guy looking for Miss Do-Right. And in the meantime, f***ing everybody inside.
Yeah.
He's high on life. And probably something else, too. And now, the most romantic man in the land.
Just chilling.
He's the ham sandwich guy.
Not to be mistaken for an 83-year-old guy, Terry.
Right.
More than willing to get a share of tickets for the cause.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Hammy.
I say, well, whoa now.
Yes. Okay. There it is. Mm-hmm. The ham sandwich man.
Whoa now, T to the man. What's good?
With the unbelievable creativity that the ham sandwich man has, Terry, you might begin to offer him, Terry, perhaps the notion that it's time to work on a new opening theme for his phone calls.
Wow, there you go.
I mean, I love tradition, Terry.
Yes.
Love it. Mm-hmm. Can't get enough of it. I'm starting to get a little worn out on the ham sandwich man's phone call open.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me check the calendar. I was worn out about a year and a half ago. Hammy, how are you?
Oh, man, I'm chilling like a villain today. Well, today is the last day of this month.
Oh.
I'm looking forward for October, but hey, you might as well say today is October the 1st, because a lot of people getting that fast cash that's going to last over the weekend, and I'm trying to hit up a club to get some of that alcohol in my system.
The scariest month of the calendar year is beginning within 24 hours, Terry. But Ham Sandwich Man, he's also made a notation in his mind that it's also payday for a lot of the females out there.
True.
So if you're not reading between the lines, he is letting you ladies know that if you're willing to buy him a few dranky poos, he is willing to bring you the Ham Sandwich Ruckus.
Yes.
And see, man, for the month of October, if I had to pick any costume, I much rather pick the bone.
The bone, yes. He would rather pick the red bone of a fine, well-paid lady out there, Terry. Or just paid, period.
Right.
By me dressing up as a ham bone, that gives me an option to bust down all them sexy females in their sexy costumes.
So where are you going to spend the last day of September today, Hammy?
Well, right now I'm on Pete and Paul. I'm on 2nd Avenue walking down to Pioneer Square. You know what I'm saying? Looking for something that I can underdog this morning.
He wants the underdog, Terry. So if you're in the Pioneer Square area and you're waiting to be underdog, well, do not move. Don't move a muscle. The Ham Sandwich Man is making the journey down to you.
He's on his way.
So when Polly calls, it's not slow. It's hip, 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 and away.
Oh, wow. Underdog.
Loved underdog, Terry.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. Still do. Have the DVD.
There was no boom bam, thank you, ma'am, and there was no bust down I laid to last night. So this morning I woke up early, so it leaves me no reason, T to the man, but to try to underdog something this morning.
We understand how it works for you. We got it figured out for the Ham Sandwich social life. You're pretty much falling to sex on average about once every 2.5 weeks. Good for you, Hammy, and good luck as we head into October.
Right on.
There it is. Ham Sandwich Man never really has a true relationship problem that needs to be dealt with, Terry.
No.
But a lot of the listeners do.
That's true.
As has been proven time and time again. 1-866-663. T-Man, you're on the air. Hello?
They're ordering something.
Mm-hmm. Give me a blueberry muffin. You're on the air. Hello. Hello? Yes. Yes.
T-Man, you going to the Redskins game this weekend?
No, I don't want to fly 3,000 miles, so I'm sorry. I can watch it on TV.
Oh, man, I thought your man was out there.
Well, he's a very good friend of mine, yes. There was a nice big article about him in the PI the other day, Terry, talking about how now that the harness is off, he's able to use his talents to the fullest degree, and he led the team that he plays for, the Washington Redskins, in both sacks and interceptions. The first time that's ever been done by a defensive back in the history of the NFL. Not a bad little stat to be able to carry around with you.
That's right.
But I'll be watching on TV.
All right, man.
He was just here in town last weekend. So
What's that?
He was just never mind. It doesn't matter to you.
Right.
1-866-663 T-Man. Yes, John.
Good morning, T-Man.
Oh, my God.
Talk about ass acne.
Terry, I want to ask you a question. I want to ask why the hell you don't get out of the chair and go grab some asses.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, why don't you run upstairs real crap and pop the wart on Steven's thyroid ass, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, Terry, you got a saggy, dusty mud flap, okay?
All right, there he is.
Jeez, with a vengeance, he's on fire.
This is what happens when he's more sober than he wants to be, Terry.
Yeah.
Gets a little angrier than perhaps the friendlier John that we know and love.
Friendlier, gentler.
Mm-hmm.
John.
1-866-663 T-Man is the number to call. You're on the air.
Hey, T-Man?
Yes.
Friendlier.
Oh, hang on. I got to turn you down.
Ah, that'd be nice.
Okay. You want to hear a good story?
Love a good story.
Okay. My husband of a year and a half
Yes.
left August 3rd, said he wasn't happy with himself. And
Which translates to he's not happy with you and the marriage he chose.
Right.
Right, which I was his trophy wife anyway.
Oh, because you're so hot.
So anyway, listen to this.
Yes.
I just found out a couple of weeks ago that I'm wife number 5, marriage number 6, and
Sounds like she's the 5th place trophy.
Mm-hmm.
she's still married to wife number 6.
What color ribbon is that?
Yeah, it's one of the trophies.
All right, so you're suggesting, you're making it clear to us that your husband had this whole other second life, or third, fourth, and fifth life that he never shared with you, that you were married a year and a half to a guy who never was truly the guy you thought he was. Is that right?
That's
Been
right.
many a movie made like this. Terry, Goldie Hawn has starred. All kinds of women have starred. Meredith, Baxter Bernie. And now here is your time to be a Lifetime, a channel for women, a made-for-TV movie.
You know what? I figure I might as well cash in on the deal. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm heading up north on I-5 to our lake property that we bought together.
Right, just another woman driving directionless and all kinds of grief. All right, so yeah, you're heading to your property. Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Well, if he's still married to somebody else, then really you're not legally married, are you?
What?
What are you talking about?
She said that he's still married to his wife number 4.
So she was never technically married. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
So she doesn't have to worry about being caught in a marriage. She's not in a marriage. She never was in a marriage.
And
Sure, in Utah.
And what is she talking about? Her property that they bought together. I mean,
Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do on this drive up north?
I'm selling it. He's quit claimed it to me, so I'm going to sell it because I've been living like I thought we were married. I have the same last name. Everything has been.
Yeah, I know how marriage works. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that really?
So you're waking up. You're waking up over the past few weeks that you've learned this information, and you're feeling pretty dumb. Is that fair to say, or no?
Oh, I feel like a freaking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I will hold that thought. Let me take a break. We'll come back to the idiot, Terry. We're so far behind on spots.
Oh, John's still holding?
Yeah. We're so far behind on spots that I'm going to take a break. That'll clear some room to start really tearing into calls.
Okay.
All right? 'Cause
Gotcha.
you know, on a Friday, I like to get as many calls in as possible. 1-866-663-T-Man. Back with the idiot and more after these words.
The T-Man.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking over text pages. Don't mind me, Terry.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, let me see if there are any ones that need to be read here before we go back to the phones. 8:43 and 8 seconds. Somebody writes, my coworker is an evil whore who I caught emailing my boyfriend yesterday.
Ooh.
When coworkers make their moves on your boyfriends. Next, Tay-Man. Oh, that's kind of hot, though. Right in the next cubicle. Adjoining cubicles, Terry, if you will. Adjacent, touching cubicles, and yet on the other side is a deceitful woman emailing
your boyfriend?
Her boyfriend, Terry. I'm glad you think I'm hotter than her. Don't worry, I won't tell her. She thinks she's so hot anyway. She's not. Plus, there's so many things I can do for you that you could never even dream of. So that'd be a great coworker that writes your boyfriend's email.
Right.
I got all the lines, baby.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yes. If that woman wants to call in and share some of the story with us, I would welcome her to do so at 1-866-663-T-Man, but she may have to wait a minute to get through, but I would love to talk to her at some point, Terry. What else we got here that needs to be discussed? 8:33 and 24 seconds. T-Man, I don't take fish oils, but I still have ass acne. What can I do? Well, I went to the dermatologist, Terry. She gave me a bunch of ideas. None of them worked, but she did say this, as I may have shared with you earlier. She did say she thought it was something that was coming from the inside, going outward, if you will. Right. But doesn't all acne do that?
Yeah.
Isn't all acne from the... Yes, just gave me nothing. All right, never mind.
Well, I think if you wear sweaty clothes a lot, it can happen, so not necessarily.
Well, we tried everything. Even Angela was like telling the maid brigade or whatever we had at the time, don't use any harsh products on our toilet seat. My husband's ass acne is driving me nuts.
Boy, no boost of the confidence call like the one you get from your wife making that call.
Right. She was changing our laundry detergent. Yeah. We tried everything until I realized it was the overwhelming amounts of fish oil I was taking because of Oprah's stupid doctor. All right. What else do we have here? 8:32 and 2 seconds. T-Man, do you make more than $1 million a year? Maybe. Let's see what else here. Terry, 8:29 and 45 seconds. I love Terry and her articles.
Aww.
So, T-Man, take your opinions and stick them up Hot Fudge's ass.
Wow.
Oh, you always reject them. Okay. Let's see. 8:21. What was that, Steve?
Oh, geez, Stephen.
He said there's probably room. Suggesting I have a large butt.
Wow. Stephen Kilbreth.
I'm just suggesting there's not many articles.
No, Stephen Kilbreth coming out and basically telling Outshot he's got an oversized anus. You want to add anything to that, Stephen?
I don't know about the anus.
Well, there's no picture 49 of my butt on the website.
Right. Well, that's good for you.
My clothes covers my fat spots.
8:21 and 57 seconds. Oh, I can't read that one.
Oh, great.
Doesn't coincide with FCC guidelines, Terry.
Oh.
It's a damn shame.
Alrighty.
Soon I'll have a self-bleeper.
That would be interesting.
8:18 and 40 seconds.
Yes.
T-Man, don't feel slighted. If Terry felt your butt, she knows she might get one of those deep voice hard-ons.
Oh, yeah.
Was that what it was, Terry?
Yes. How'd you know?
Well, I didn't know. The listener who
texter
texted, yes, in the 360 area code. We appreciate you figuring that one out for us.
Ah, so smart.
8:17 and 44 seconds. Somebody writes, Terry's articles are usually stupid, but this one has sunk to an all-time low.
Oh.
The butt article, Terry, I guess there were wavering opinions on the butt article. One woman said it was the greatest thing she ever heard and wanted me to stick it up my opinions of Hot Fudge's butt.
Yeah.
And this person thought it was an all-time Terry-free low.
Wow.
8:12 and 28 seconds. The only one I can recognize that has a square butt is SpongeBob. Signed, Shasta.
That is true.
That's very true.
8:12 and 9 seconds. Terry's article on butts made me realize that looks aren't everything. I don't know how they came to that conclusion, but whatever makes it work for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Whatever you can justify.
I think she just is looking for any excuse to go out and screw an ugly guy tonight. All right. Let's see here. I got 200 stitches from being cut by a chainsaw. 12-year-olds are doing more than just choking themselves. They're cutting themselves. Have you heard about that one,
Yes,
Terry?
I have.
They're cutting themselves?
For what?
In fact,
To get high?
no,
Shaving?
I mean, it's just for whatever reason they do.
They're just cutting themselves.
Yeah, they make little cut marks. I know. I mean,
whatever happened to after-school activities, Terry?
I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to sound old.
No,
Does anybody
Darius
go
told me
outside and
about
play
it.
with their friends
he
anymore?
said, well, I was driving. It happened in middle school. We were driving.
Your son is 12?
No, when he was, no, he's 14
He's
now.
14 now? I keep forgetting, yes.
But one
so
day.
he's past the age of cutting himself. It's
Yes.
not cool anymore.
He's outgrown.
But he pointed out a girl who did that, and he watched her in class, and she got pulled out of class.
She was doing it in class.
Yeah, making little nicks on herself.
And the reason behind it was?
I don't know.
Darius going, come on, cut yourself.
Oh,
yeah, Darius going, yeah, come on,
Don't
deeper. Yeah, really bleed.
8:08, 43 seconds. Will you guys play that soundbite from the psycho that wanted to kill Valerie from back in the day? Now we're getting soundbite requests. I remember what soundbite they're referring to, and I know we have it somewhere, but the chance of me finding it in the next hour are, like, minimal.
Oh, dang it.
I mean, I could look for it, Terry, and in looking for it, we might find some interesting sound bites from back in the day, but,
Sure.
I mean, I have calls waiting, and I don't want to take more than a couple of minutes to look for it.
All right.
Give me 1 second, though, here. Okay. Oh, just to point the texter, Terry. Here's something that says psycho message. Maybe this is it? Although I doubt it.
Yeah, it's me, bitch.
Oh, geez.
You shouldn't have did that punk ass shit, okay? If you didn't want to see a motherfucker, that's all you had to say. You want to call a radio station like this is some fucking game, bitch? You know who you with? You could have somebody else call me, and if you play some games like that again, I'll come find your ass, bitch. Okay, all you had to do was say, you're cool, you know? You didn't have to page me back talking that bitch ass shit. You don't want to come by every other day, every fucking day and get f***ed. Now you don't want to come. Bitch, say that. You're a freak. I know you ain't come by f***ing me sucking my You're sucking somebody else's, bitch. I know one thing. I bet not catch nothing from your motherfucking ass. I'll hunt your motherfucking white ass down, tramp.
Now, that wasn't the message that was in question here, Terry.
No.
However, it did prove my point that I could find some interesting stuff from the old days.
Definitely.
A good one, nonetheless.
Yeah, it was.
Boy, I hope that man's happier these days.
I do, too.
Safe to say there wasn't much room to go in the other direction.
Yeah, he was pretty pissed.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
Want me to keep looking? I got to take some calls here, Terry. I got to take some calls. I'll look periodically and try to find that particular message this person is talking about. You know the one they're talking about here, Terry? That dude who called, remember we did Men with Game? We may have to bring Men with Game back.
Yeah. Give me Men with Game.
But we used to have Gay, a phone operator, when he was a phone operator, Terry.
Yes.
Or actually, this was back when he was unemployed.
Right.
This is why we basically had to stop it, because he got a job. He used to monitor the putting up of the ad of Valerie and where it was being shown and the pictures. He used to handle all that stuff for us, free of charge.
Yeah.
And after he got employed, he didn't have time for that anymore. None of us really wanted to do that, but now that he's got nothing to do again...
Why not have him bring Valerie back?
But he's going to be the type now that's not going to be willing to do that anymore, because that's how his personality has changed.
Yeah, true.
Too cool.
It's funny, but those of us who get paid didn't want to do it. It's great.
I mean, Valerie could have a little spot on MySpace, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You're on the air. What was that statement? Now, is this the same woman from before? Hello?
I hope so.
Or is this somebody else? I can't remember what line that woman was on. You're on the air. Hello, I think this is somebody else. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, you've made it.
Hi, T-Man.
How are you?
I am good. Okay, here's the situation.
Are you cutting yourself?
Let's hope
No,
not.
I'm not cutting myself. I'm too grown for that. Come on.
Okay.
Too grown for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Last night, I'm at home studying because I go to college. So my husband busted in the door with my ex-best friend that I have a restraining order against now.
Yeah. My first advice to you would be vaporizer.
I wish I could.
Look into it.
So I was like, okay.
Humidifier.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
like a couple of months ago, I had a one-night stand, and I told her she was the only person that knew this. So she wants to go tell my husband, and then when they come confront me, I was like, okay. I got tired of lying. I was like, okay, I had a one-night stand. And then the bitch calls me back asking me, are we still together? I don't know what to do. I'm just tired.
Well, I'll tell you what to do. You want my advice on this?
Yeah.
Here's my advice. Make sure you get a pen and paper and listen carefully.
I know one thing. I bet not catch nothing from your motherfucking ass. I'll hunt your motherfucking white ass down, tramp.
There you go.
Wow. That's some advice.
Hey, Terry. Wow. I hate to sound so angry there, but I had to do it.
I guess so.
Or maybe it's over here.
Bitch,
You can call me a bitch all you damn well choose to, because I'm going to be a bitch. You had excused before because of the restraining orders. I got both of them dropped. I don't care what the you say. And with the court.
Okay, remember this one, Terry?
Yes.
This isn't the one I was looking for either, but...
oh, yeah,
Psycho.
this was...
If you've missed it very much, I can play it for you.
Oh, please do.
You want to hear it again?
Oh,
She takes
absolutely.
the big breaths in between words.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
but
she does.
this one goes on for about 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's a long one.
All right, tell me when you want me to stop.
You're just pissed off because you did contact me, and I did see you, and I did tell the truth. I didn't tell them you called me, but you want to know something? You did call me, and you have called me. You called me at my house, so therefore, motherfucker, you get it straight. You want to deal with a bitch, I'll be a bitch.
Well.
Don't ever fucking call me again, and I will never call you. I'll forget.
It's amazing how women are able to do that.
Yeah.
Just on call, Terry. You want to deal with a bitch? I can give you a bitch.
That's true.
She's sitting right here waiting for you.
Right. Ready to get out and play.
I felt sorry for you because you were wearing clothes that you had 2 years ago. Your knees were ashy. Your shoes look like shit. You look like shit. I felt sorry for you. The truth, I felt sorry for you. I wanted you back. Yeah, I did. But when I saw you Sunday, every feeling that I ever had for you was dropped.
Well, if she saw him Saturday, it would have been a whole different story.
Right.
Terry.
You still
Caught him on a
would've
Sunday. He's not doing himself up on a Sunday. It's a day of rest.
Yeah, ashy knees and all.
It's Ash
You look
Sunday.
like you had grays everywhere. You look like an old man that still pees the bed. It's a damn fucking shame.
Okay, well, I
forgot about that. Such a witch about that.
It goes on for another 2 minutes, but you don't need that.
Oh, my
You don't have to be
God.
old to pee the bed, by the way.
These are all under...
That old.
I went into our psycho message file, Terry.
Good to know we have a file.
Oh, we have a file that goes pretty deep. And I was thinking maybe that's where I would find the request of the soundbite from the psycho that called in during the Men with Game segments, Terry, that wanted to kill Valerie.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it will be under the psycho heading here. Hey. Want to hear the rest of that?
Sure.
Nah. You've heard enough, right? You get a
No,
point?
I remember.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
I got it. I'm good to go.
I was just wondering why you seem to be such a asshole. You are. You just need to go to, like, anti-asshole classes.
That's what Steven says about us every day.
Well, we are in anti-asshole classes, Steven.
It's not working.
And we're learning a lot. But that's the problem. I keep cutting myself during the classes. I'm not paying attention to the
Oh,
teacher.
my gosh.
All right, let me go back to the phones. People are waiting patiently. Terry, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, well, I was waiting to talk to that lady who wanted to list her property. I'm a realtor, and I'd like to list that property that she's got for sale there. She wants to
Well,
sell.
you must be a hell of a realtor. This is the only angle you got left.
This is how you're- yeah.
Yes.
This is how you're drumming up business.
If this is your best lead, I'm a little worried about your business. But hey, what line was she on, that woman who called before? Yeah? All right. Are you there?
Yeah?
I got someone who wants to list your property. You want to talk with each other?
No, I'm selling it today. I got a buyer.
Oh.
Right on.
Well, there goes your yearly income, hon.
Driving the night.
Yes.
I do have a 2005 350Z convertible that I've got posted in the Seattle Times if anybody wants to take it.
So you're just going to take all this man's money that you can?
I'm in for $10
because he screwed you over.
15.
Yeah, and then you're gonna give me you're gonna send me.
Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Leave it blank.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it all to you, baby. What am I going to give you?
You're gonna send me to boot camp.
Boob camp, yes.
Where is boot camp this year?
Terry, boob camp's in 2003. That's where it is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes.
And
We have something different coming around the pike.
you mentioned that the other day.
Terry
You said it's
doesn't-
even bigger than.
I think it's definitely bigger than boot camp.
Yeah, you said it was going to be a major T-Man.
It's going to be a major. It's going to be a major T-Man announcement over the next few days, Terry.
Oh, okay.
And some woman or man, usually a woman,
usually
is going to win a prize that is certainly there's no way
More
different,
valuable?
no way different to slice it, Terry. It's going to be a prize that's more valuable than getting breast augmentation, strictly based on the fact that it's worth more.
Oh, okay. And by the way, if you were the trophy wife, lady, why didn't you just take advantage of your husband's income and go get your own boobies?
Well, you know what, Terry? The funny thing is, he was so full of crap that he doesn't have a pot to piss in, but I'm going to take whatever I possibly can. Everything was in my name. I got rid of the new boat, the everything. I'm liquitating. Except I've got one thing left, and that's a 350Z convertible.
Right.
Oh,
She's turned us into a penny saver here, Terry.
I guess so. The Nicolats.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very happy for you. Obviously, things are going well for you, and if you are truly the trophy wife, we didn't believe you for a second, then you will certainly have no problem getting back out into the social world, okay? And you were never married, so you don't have to worry about having to have on your file that you're a divorcee, all right?
There you go.
There it is. Good stuff.
true.
The only problem is you're butt ugly. Good luck to you. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Trophy wife, my ass. I know the sound of a trophy wife from a mile away. And she sounds like this.
They teach you to be nice and considerate of others and listen to the feelings of those you are with and take better care of yourself and your friends. More importantly, your family. Yeah, you need to learn that. And maybe get reconstructive surgery for the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Nice. Man.
Boy.
What would it be under?
Street makeover, baby edition.
Yeah. Some kind words for a youngin'.
My baby's 3 weeks old, but he's a travesty.
Now he looks like Brad Pitt.
At the end of the show, oh, look at the baby! Damn, what the hell would it be?
Oh, goodness.
I could find it, Terry. It'd take me at least an hour or so.
Swag man.
That's not
Oh,
it.
no, definitely not it.
No. You want to help me out here, Pastela? That'd be nice. I'll take a call. You can help me out.
Oh.
Put on your gas mask.
And if you can't find that, just find me something interesting.
Got plenty.
See how it works? Yes. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I had a question.
All right, sir. Thank you for coming on and sharing your question with us.
Okay, well, my wife won't give me oral. What should I do?
Oh, jeez. Thank you for coming on and sharing your question with us. It's pretty direct.
Yeah.
It's pretty succinct.
Yes.
Pretty to the point.
I would say so.
Pretty common.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, does that mean, Terry, that you're familiar with this angle?
No, I just agree that a lot of women don't.
Well, a lot of wives don't, Terry.
Right.
So the first thing you're going to let this man know, because I'm letting you have this one, Terry, is that he's in good company with throngs and throngs and throngs of men?
Yes.
Sir, how long have you been married?
8 years.
8 years? How would you size up the 8 years if you had to put it in like a 5-word phrase? Hell in a handbasket.
Well, it's been pretty good for the most part, except for that.
In other words. Anyhow, been good for the most part, but
Well,
so what was his question? Whether he should leave her over the
Well,
fact
he
of?
was just wondering why, or I think he was just
Are
wondering
you wondering why? Or are you wondering what you should do? Or what are you wondering here, dude?
Well, what should I do? Should I go elsewhere, or...
Should you go out? Because,
But even-
Terry, the things your wives don't give you not go elsewhere for. Stephen is the one who coined that phrase.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
But,
Stephen, wouldn't you agree on your own little discovery there of a phrase that what your wife won't give you must go elsewhere for?
I don't buy into that.
Oh,
no.
geez.
His wife won't give him seconds on dinner, so he goes elsewhere.
Of course. He goes to In-N-Out Burger, he goes to Fat Burger, he goes to all kinds of burgers. Well, when was the last time? Has it ever happened inside of your marriage, sir? Or
No.
never. For 8 years.
Yeah.
You've been without oral.
Well, probably
Well,
longer
without it
because they
from
were
her.
dating
Terry,
prior to that.
The man hasn't had an oral sensation since 1996.
Wow.
You should have a Klondike bar. They're great.
We're not talking that kind of oral sensation. Hot fudge, all right?
Hey, that's my name.
Yeah, but your name is certainly starting to really ring true. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Have you talked to her about it?
Talk?
Have you let her know, hey, honey, what's the problem
you
here?
could talk to a wife?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, jeez. Terry wants to know if you've communicated this need of yours and what the response may be, unless you're just making up a story to get on the air here, sir, which is very possible. I haven't eliminated that possibility.
I have, but she doesn't like to.
What have you said to her? Give us point blank the way you brought it up, the way the conversation went.
Well, I mean, it's gone a few different ways over the years.
So you brought it up numerous times over the years.
Yeah.
And you're going to swear to us this is a true circumstance of your life right now. This is a true story.
Yes.
We should take this seriously because this is a man who is in a bit of a dilemma. He likes oral sex, Terry. Mm-hmm. Needs it to some capacity. Not getting it from the woman that he calls love.
How does he know he likes it? It's been so long.
Right. Good point.
Yeah, it's out of style now. You wouldn't like it.
Well, I
It
mean,
changes over the years.
Does she satisfy you in other ways?
Yeah.
Well, we split up not too long ago, and I had a girlfriend, and she did it all the time. It was good.
You split up from your girlfriend.
I got back with my wife, and she still won't do it.
You were separated from your wife for how long?
A year and a half.
And you got well, that's a pretty long time, dude.
That is.
Most people who are separated a year and a half don't get back together. Why did you get back together?
Because we have kids.
All right. And you got reminded of how great a little thing that oral sex can be.
Uh-huh.
And you thought, did your wife give it to you a lot while you were first meeting, going out?
No.
Never did it to you at any point in your relationship? All right, so it's not one of those false advertising things, Terry.
Right.
A lot of men find themselves completely dumbfounded when they realize that there was a lot of false advertising going on in the relationship. All of a sudden, walk down the aisle, I do cut the cake, and there's no more oral sex.
So, but he married her knowing that he wasn't getting any. So, why is it a deal breaker now?
Terry is saying this was on the brochure, sir.
Yes.
This is what you were aware of when you decided to marry this woman and have kids with her. So why are you complaining about it now?
Because of the girlfriend, that's why.
It's not like she gave you mind-blowing oral before you said I do, and now you're not getting any.
Well, I thought maybe she'd come around.
After 8 years.
She's not going to come around before you're married. It's not going to all of a sudden magically appear inside of, after 8 years of marriage.
Oh, it's going to happen any day now. I can feel it.
All right, dude? You really don't have a leg to stand on in this case. Back to the girlfriend.
Yeah,
all right. Thanks
sounds
anyway,
like it.
There it is. Thanks anyway. Like I let him down. What am I supposed to do?
I agree with you.
Well, no, you said thanks anyway, T-Man, like I let you down. What do you expect me to do here? What were you hoping for? Want me to lend out Terry? What do you need?
I don't know, some good advice.
Whoa, I didn't give you good advice? What would be good advice? I can only give you real advice. She's not going to magically just spruce up one day and be this oral sex machine. She never gave it to you. You never got it from her. How many guys out there, I'm telling you the truth, dude, I don't feel that bad for you. There are a lot of guys who dated this particular woman. They fell in love with her, and she was an oral sex guru while they were dating and they were engaged. And then, maybe not the night of the wedding, Terry, but over the very quick term after I do, over a nice 6 months to a year period, it just subsided and never came back. Yeah. I feel bad for that guy a hell of a lot more than this guy. Wasn't on the brochure in this guy's relationship.
Right. And he still went for it.
You should have registered for it.
So what kind of advice? You put it next to the mini muffin maker on the registry.
Maybe she can take a class or something.
What kind of advice? I don't think it's not that she doesn't necessarily know how. It's just that she's not into it. And he knew that. Not with him. What kind of advice would have been good advice? You said you were looking for good advice from me. What kind of advice would have been good? How to get your wife to start doing it? I don't do magic here. I mean, I have a wizard sleeve in the studio, but I don't do magic here. I can't wave a wand and make your wife all of a sudden be interested in oral sex.
Right. A wand, too, with pasty in there.
I mean, I feel bad. I want to help this guy, Terry.
Well, but again, you know where he's getting it from is because he separated from his wife. Then he got with his girlfriend for a year and a half. Well, he's the dummy for going back to his wife, knowing he's not going to get it.
You're making me feel like I let you down, dude. I feel worse than your wife does.
He let himself down. That's his. It's on him.
What do you want? All right.
I don't know.
I think we know what he wants.
Yeah, we know
what he wants. And
he's just not going to get it.
If you want to feel justified to go out and get it elsewhere, sir, and you want that bit of advice from me so you can feel like you have a little bit less of a guilty conscience, is that what you want, my blessing, for you to go out and get Hummers?
No, that's not it.
This man is down in the dumps.
He is, but...
Do you have ashy knees, too? Your wife should.
Well, is there like any type of
tonic
things that married couples do? Or like classes or something?
To start the ball rolling as far as oral sex?
Yeah.
Oh, no, let's look at the BCC handbook here.
Next to Spanish.
Join a swingers club.
There you go.
I don't think the wife who is really not interested in giving oral sex is going to be ready to jump up to Everett. Go to somewhere to a swingers club, Terry.
Right.
Wow, is that right?
That's a safe bet. Yeah. All right, sir. You want me to call her, or what do you want me to do? Speak.
No.
Hey, why won't you?
Hey,
why won't you go down on your husband?
That'd be nice on him.
I'll call her, dude. But you don't want that.
No.
I think he wants me to tell him that it's okay for him to go out and get it elsewhere.
Of course he does.
No, I'm not falling into that trap, Terry.
Right.
He's a married man.
Yes, he is.
Supposed to be with one woman only.
He made the choice
But
to
he
go
hasn't even
back.
really tried. He hasn't talked to her.
He's supposed to be with one woman only. Oh, dear. It's your turn to speak, sir.
It was so good that time.
It's your turn to speak, sir.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, dude. I'm sorry.
Man.
No problem.
Have a good weekend, man.
All right, you too.
I'm glad you're out there listening.
Bye.
I'm serious. Well, jeez. Poor guy.
Hope women see what it can do to a man.
Yes.
Breaks him down, doesn't it?
Do you see how defeating it can be? To be a guy in a marriage, not getting... Could a guy sound any more defeated than that? All right.
Have nowhere else to go.
I don't know what I want to do, man. Okay. Man, I've never had my heart broken like that in this program in the history of the show, too.
By a guy.
How about a guy? Feel his pain.
Oh, wow.
Hello, my name is Steven and I sent my Canon laptop computer into. I just got it back. Everything that I've written on it for the past 2 years is gone. I was told
No, this is not it, sir.
that you guys were going, that I'd be called if you had to replace the hard drive. I called Canon. They said the hard drive didn't need to be replaced. They just said the motherboard didn't need to be replaced. And everything that I've been working on for the past goddamn years of my life is gone. You assholes. Now I want you to call me back. Stop me around and make sure that I get back what I've been working on. Do you understand me? And I'm tired of you around with me. I had better get my goddamn disk drive back. I'm going to sue all of you pieces of shit.
Another example of a guy not getting Hummer steered.
The T-Man.
Terry.
Yes?
The haunted house is about 9 hours or so away from opening.
Yeah, it opens tonight.
It opens tonight. Vinny the Pooh said he's going to make a stop over there tomorrow night.
Very good.
See, I went yesterday, went through the joint, but I haven't been there, I got to be honest, when it's like open for business.
Right.
Vinny the Pooh tells me it's like a club in itself.
Oh, yeah.
People go there, they hang out, even after they're done walking through the haunted house, they hang out trying to hook up.
Right.
It's like a big extravaganza in itself. It's not just the act of walking through the haunted house.
Right.
It opens tonight.
It's a party within itself.
Now, one person, and this is not the best advertisement for the haunted house, Terry, that promises to be there tonight is still hanging on the line. Yes.
Welcome.
John claims he will be there tonight. He claimed he would be at Taco Bell last week when Hotshot made his drive-thru appearance, and he did not let Hotshot down as well as he promised.
Out of the Dirty John today, and I'm looking for a fresh pipe to clean my toilet.
Okay, John, you know what?
Good morning, T-Man.
Yes.
How the hell are you?
You're going to go down to the haunted house, John? Is that right?
I'm gonna be there tonight.
Who are you going with, John?
I'm going with my
mom.
New roommate. No, actually not. Yeah, my mom going through a haunted house would be like, shoot, have a heart attack.
Okay.
I'm going through new with my roommate, okay?
Going through new with your roommate.
My
okay,
new,
that's
got a new imaginary friend.
me.
Oh, goody.
Mm-hmm. And what is this new roommate's name?
His name is Chris.
That'd be Chris to you and me.
Oh, you can spell T-Man. I'm surprised.
Okay. I don't know why you felt the need to spell it, but that's your own little inner workings.
Well, I was trying not to actually bring it down, but it's going to happen tonight, and I'm telling you.
So if you see a freaky-looking guy with cross-eyed and glasses situation going on,
stumbling.
It's not part of the cast or crew of the haunted house.
Oh my gosh, look at that mutant. That's a great costume.
It's, in fact, John Molina.
And at least I fit through the doors, unlike Scott, who I seen at the Taco Bell last weekend, and he's lost some weight.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Okay. So that would certainly go by your theory of not being able to fit through the door. All right.
Starts out with a shot, ends with a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
I like that kind of guy.
You can beat him up.
That's right.
I forgot who he was talking to.
All right,
Wait, that wasn't kill breath.
let's see what text pages need to be read before we finish off the day here.
Oh, I could have lost weight, Steve.
9:29, 57 seconds. There's a swingers club up near my workplace. All right.
Great, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to twist our arms, sir. 9:28 and 41 seconds. Oral. Well, this person writes, if there's any justice to the world, oral should be part of a prenuptial agreement. Make her sign that she will.
I don't get it.
What do you mean you don't get it?
Well, I mean,
Maybe you don't agree with it, but you get it.
well,
This guy is saying you have to hold women to the fact in a legal document that they're going to give you oral on a regular, some odd basis.
Well, why does it have to be a requirement?
Terry, if you ask, obviously you don't understand.
Says I love you like that.
I mean, is it better than just making love?
Terry,
period? Is that it?
It's the hallmark of love.
Oh, all right.
All right, I can't size it up any better than that.
Okay.
All right. It's my favorite thing. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I get no greater pleasure than laying back, doing no work.
Doing no work. That's what it is.
Being out of receiving it, baby.
Okay. Well.
Yes.
Really, the greatest pleasure.
Yes. I swear to you. Anyhow, should have had it in the prenup. Anyway, let's see what we have here. Okay, this woman writes, obviously, the only excuse I can think of for that man is he doesn't clean it well. I give it to my husband almost daily.
Wow, that's a lucky guy then, right?
Apparently, well, it depends on her talents, Terry. I mean, there are no real bad talents, but there are some that are a lot better than others. Anyhow, where are we? Oh, geez. 9:23 and 48 seconds. I think a wife who doesn't give her husband oral needs to be kicked to the curb. I think any man who uses the expression kicked to the curb should be tortured and beaten. But that's what he writes. I think a wife who doesn't give oral to her man needs to be kicked to the curb. It's depriving a man of one of his greatest pleasures. Well, that could have been written by a woman, now that I think about it, but I have a feeling it was written by a man. Anyhow,
women need to stop saying it, too.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone needs to stop saying the expression, kick to the curb. All right? That should have gone with you go, girl. 9:23 and 43 seconds. I've been married 9 years. My wife hates oral and has only done it to me once in the entire 9 years. What happened on that one day? All right, I'll try. Okay. I think I got it down there. Let's see there. 9:23 and 37 seconds. For the right price, I will send that man my girlfriend.
Wow, he's pimping out his girlfriend. That's
Apparently
nice.
so, yes. Okay. 9:14 and 3 seconds. Nothing better in the world than smoking and listening to the T-Man. What is he suggesting? If you're not high, the show isn't entertaining, Terry? Everything's better on weed or what?
I think a lot of people probably think that, just in general. Not necessarily our show.
I'll start the Discovery Channel for 2 hours.
Hotshot thinks this is the best
Dude,
thing
those
ever.
bugs are rad.
Wow.
So was the Rocky Road ice cream.
Wow, Rocky Road.
With a dollop of peanut butter in the middle of it.
Really?
Same thing that girl ordered in Last American Virgin. All right. What else needs to be in here? I hate my wife.
Nice.
Jeez.
Let's call him back.
Steven has a smelly VJ. I could make one last attempt to find that somebody else actually makes a request for a sound, but there are a number of requests coming in for sound bites here. And you know what? We have these all.
Right.
All these ones that people are requesting, we have them. But it's not like I can just find them right off the bat here. You got to give me at least 6 or 7 years.
10 o'clock on a Friday, bad time to ask for stuff.
Right.
9:11 and 18 seconds. How about you guys play my hot mustard soundbite?
Remember, that was a good
Remember
one.
the hot mustard?
Yes.
Now, we have that. I can find it.
Sure.
It just takes time. Where's hot mustard? Let me see here.
That's it! We are residents! There was no protesters! None of us are protesters here!
I'm looking for these, Terry. You find some real old favorites, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
Thank you for joining the T-Man on a Fractus Friday.
Hey.
The T-Man.